Hello, everyone, and welcome to an episode of the James and Brown Podcast. I am your fearsome host, Raj. And with me, as always, is my ghastly co-host, Spencer.
Pleased to meet you, Master.
How are you, Igor?
I am pretty good. Oh, let's stop.
It's Halloween!
I can't do this very long, but yes, it is Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody.
The night where chubby kids get chubbier and popular kids hang out with their friends and get drunk.
I'm actually doing that one tonight.
There you go. You know what I'm doing? You know what? You know what landmarks my age?
What?
You know, I am walking my nephew down a street because he's too young to walk very far. At 5 o'clock when it's still daylight. I'm coming home, eating a box of chocolate that I bought for myself, and then having dinner with my in-laws. Watching a Halloween movie.
Ooh,
but not really that scary, but it's that Halloween Town one that Janelle wanted to watch where you said everyone wants to have sex or something?
Oh, and that's the one with the virgin, I think. The entire story is based around this one dude's virginity.
I don't think you're right, because I don't think my young, innocent wife would want to watch a whole movie about
a kid's movie.
Virginity.
It's a kid's movie.
Is it like undertones? Like Disney undertones?
No, they just say the word virginity over and over and over. Or virgin.
Weird.
But the rest of the movie is like just a normal Disney movie.
Weird.
But then he like releases a witch because he's a virgin, and his little sister's like, he's a virgin. She says that like 6 times throughout the movie. Every time they're like, why'd the witch get out? And the sister's like, he's a virgin. It's like, really? This kid's like 14. Leave him alone, kid. Like, honestly. Come on.
Hey, you know, never mind.
You have no place to talk.
No, I was a virgin until I was 22.
I lost mine at 15, I think.
Oh. Folks, it is not impressive nor unimpressive to lose your virginity.
You know what it was?
Let yourself choose your own path.
Here's what it was. I finally lost my virginity when I was 15.
What do you mean finally? Don't make it sound like it was like the biggest relief in the world.
No, listen. When you're a teenager, like it's hyped up like crazy, right? So I lost it and I was like, I don't feel any different. Like, I feel the same as before.
You don't feel any different.
I was like, that was completely meaningless to me. It's just, I mean, I had sex. It was awesome, but...
That's why sex is more about the relationship and the heart between two people, sharing a moment, sharing trust.
You're not wrong.
We're going to move on because we have a lot of high school listeners, so I don't really want to uncomfort everybody.
Do you have any Halloween stories to share?
Halloween story. Yes. Well, for some reason, the only Halloween thing I keep remembering is because I work at a pool, right? And all the kids are hyped up about Halloween. Everybody wants to be a Frozen character.
I thought you were going to say Minecraft.
From Disney. Frozen.
There's only like 2 characters that people
Olaf,
like.
the snowman, the girl, the reindeer. Was Frozen that good?
Frozen is the Toy Story of their age.
I guess it would
in terms
be,
of popularity.
But it's not as good as Toy Story.
Not nearly as good.
Like, I've rewatched Toy Story, you know, like taking the rose glasses off. That's a good story.
I didn't watch Toy Story when I was a kid. I watched it when I was like 18 for the first time. And yeah, it's way better than Frozen. It's a fantastic movie. CG has not aged all that well, though.
Describe your outfit.
Well, if you didn't see our Twitter picture, I am wearing a Disney Mickey Mouse wizard hat. I have the Mickey Mouse wizard wand, and I have the Magica wizard hood. So I am a wizard for Halloween. I have to buy a robe. I had a robe, but I don't know where it went, so I need to get a new one. I'm just going to go to Walmart after this and try to find a cheap robe that looks kind of good. How about you?
I'm wearing a Scribblenauts hat that I got as a pre-order bonus for ordering Scribblenauts for the DS. The first ever one. I remember the hype.
It's a good game, man.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh man, I can cut down a tree with a beaver? But everyone just ended up using wings or a jetpack.
I played, yeah, you use 5 overpowered items and that's it.
Yep.
There was one thing that was like win a race, so I summoned Cthulhu and the Cthulhu killed every other racer, so I won the race.
It was a pretty fun proof of concept, and you know, Scribblenauts Unlimited did a good job in that itself, but I never got into it.
Yeah, I only played it for like 3 days-ish, and then I got really bored.
I bought it on a Steam sale. Thought it'd be really nice on the computer, but ended up not playing. I'm very finicky when it comes to games. Unless it really, like, engages me, I just drop it like it's hot.
It's true. So, I have a Halloween story. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. You know, it works out because your NASA skin does that dance. The legendary one.
Oh, yeah.
Drop it like it's hot.
Yeah, drop money like it's hot.
I love it when you bring the tunes to top lane.
You know. Can we play today?
I
I
have work to do after this, too.
Yeah, I know. You're busy.
It sucks. Hey, remember when I said last week's my busiest week of 2014? Now it's been the busiest 2 weeks of 2014, and then next week's also going to be busy, so 3 busiest weeks of 2014.
You used to make fun of me, you know?
I know, it sucks. I hate that I've become you.
Like, you used to literally say, how can you not manage your life? And I went, you don't understand. Now you do. And
I truly did not understand.
It's really mean.
Sucks.
It's
horrible. So, this was the last year I think it was the last year I went trick-or-treating, when I was 17 years old, senior year of high school. No, it wasn't. I'm lying. It was before that. It was when I was 16 years old. So, my best friend at the time, who was a girl, I had 3 distinct groups of friends in high school. I had the bench, which was you, me, Ray, and a bunch of other dudes. I had my best friend and her group of friends that I was friends with. And then I had a third group of friends, which mainly comprised of Jordy, the Mexican, who most people called Salsa, because his last name sounded like Salsa and he's Mexican. And like a bunch of other white dudes. So, for Halloween, I wanted to go with Jordy, because Jordy, being the illegal immigrant he is, always got his hands on the best fireworks, and he would always share them with me. So, I want to go with him. But my best friend was being really finicky. You know, despite being my best friend, she really acted more like a girlfriend in terms of, you don't spend enough time with me.
Who was this?
You know who.
She who shall not be named?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, she's like, you have to spend Halloween with me. I'm like, all right, I'll spend it with both of you. So, Jordy came with me and my best friend and their group of friends. They wanted to go trick-or-treating, and I also want to go trick-or-treating because free candy's awesome. So, but while they were trick-or-treating, we were like behind them, like firing off fireworks. Life was good. Here's the thing. When we were around 14 or 15 years old, fireworks became illegal in this part of town. And so, every Halloween, more and more cops would start patrolling and confiscating your fireworks and such. So the cops came, and they charged. They came running. So Jordy, having the instinct to run, books it with the rest of the white guys. I'm like, oh no, what do I do? Because I have a backpack full of fireworks on me. So then I see my best friend, and she's like trick-or-treating, and then I budge in between. I'm like, move. And I hold out my back. I'm like, trick-or-treat. And the cops are behind me, right? And they're like looking at my group, and I can see them from the corner of my eye. And then the guy who opens the door, he looks at me, looks at my backpack, sees all my fireworks, looks behind me, sees the cops, and he just smiles, and he puts a bag of chips in there. I'm like, thanks. He's like, you got it. I'm like, yeah. Such a bro.
You know what? Can I tell a story that reminds you of that?
Yeah.
It was grade 8. This has nothing to do with Halloween, but it has something to do with Jordy. And Jordy running, actually. It was snowing, and it was one of the big snowfalls of our grade 8 year. And we thought that life would be just as simple as grade 7, where you went out and you threw snowballs. Some of them had stones in them, whatever, right? So we walk outside, and it is utter frickin' chaos. Like, it is straight out of like an Armageddon war movie. There are grade 11 and 12s, like, destroying anybody who would come onto the field or anywhere with just like mountains and mountains of snowballs. People were like in the corner getting like kicked. Like, this wasn't had anything to do with snow. This guy just got tackled and everyone was like kicking them and then throw snow at them and then ran away and then assumed it was the snow. Like, it was brutal. I was actually scared for my life. This is straight out of like a ridiculous horror book or whatever. So the bench, our wonderful group of people, we're out there, in like a brief lapse in aggression from everyone else. We're chucking snowballs. I think you were there. I don't know if you were, but I think grade 8.
I didn't join the bench until grade 10.
So it was like the original bench, like with Jordy and those guys. It
Yeah.
might have been grade 9, but it probably grade 8 because I was dumb. And we're chucking snowballs at everybody. And all of a sudden, Jordy decided it would be an excellent idea to pack a huge snowball and chuck it just off in the distance. But it manages to smoke a grade 12's girlfriend in the face.
Oh!
And the grade 12s, in classic grade 12 fashion, go, and like all of them come running. They yell this guttural, and all of them run out of anywhere. I don't even know how they did it, but these monster ape-like grade 12s come booking it after us. Now, if you could just pan out, get a wide angle shot, and play any kind of like National Geographic video, you can imagine what it's like with grade 8s. Gazelles running away from a bunch of ridiculously beastly grade 12s. And Jordy falls down. Now the poor Jordy. We're running and Jordy goes, kaboom, trips over some fallen grade 9 who was getting beat up by some grade 10, I don't know. He falls down, he goes, guys, help! we look behind us and we go, sorry Jordy! And we book it and Jordy just gets destroyed. Snow shoved down his shorts, his underwear into his face, just boom, 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 boom. And we did not look back. We didn't talk to him for a little while either because he wouldn't talk to us and he was so mad. But we were like, Jordy, you almost killed all of us. Like, your mistake. So that was one of the more
Classic
interesting
Jordy.
times of grade 8.
Now, Jordy is the same guy who once brought $800 in cash to school and had that confiscated. He's also the guy who got his ear pierced with a diamond ring and then it proceeded to fall out and he never got it back. Jordy's just a comedy of errors, and I love that guy. He's great.
High school was a gong show. Whenever I talk to Janelle about high school, I have very fond, fun memories, and she has very bad memories. So it's very difficult to talk to her about
there's
it.
There's two kinds of people who went to high school. Those who went and loved it like us, and those who went and hated it.
There are also two kinds of people in this world. They're the kind of people like us who walk into a room filled with people and don't have any expectation and just go for it. We don't care. We don't have any self-consciousness. We just do it. We talk, whatever. There's the other kind of people who walk into a room and immediately begin to analyze where their social situation and placement is, according to who do they have to talk to make this seem like they were there and all this kind of stuff. You know? Really, those are the two kinds of people, and that was probably the two kinds of outcomes of high school for them. So if I can recommend anything, high school is probably one of the sweetest times of your life because you have a set schedule, your friends have a set schedule, unless you work, but whatever. You can hang out with them. You can goof off. You have, like, close to zero responsibility. Even if you think you have responsibility, unless you're in one of those awkward situations where, like, your family's separated and you're working for your mom or something like that. Like, in a normal two-parent, you're part of a sibling situation where you think you're just, the world's ending because your friends ignored you on Snapchat and you don't have your homework done or whatever. That is the glory days. Now, me and Raj barely see each other. If we do, it's for the 2 hours of the podcast and like the 1 hour or 2 hours we see each other on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
You know, I see you more than my other friends because of D&D as well, but, we should talk about some D&D actually.
I have one more Halloween story. It's not much of a story though. Back in grade 9 when this is the first time I was really excited I had Halloween with friends, again with Jordy. So, because the way it was in elementary school, I was a shy kid and it wasn't until the end of elementary school that I kind of learned to be more social. And then in grade 8, I got lots of friends, and then it just kind of escalated exponentially from there. So in grade 9, I was like, the first time it's like an anime, I was like, I'm actually going to have Halloween with friends. Like, I'm not going to be alone. It's going to be so good. So, of course, go to fireworks. And this time I didn't have any fireworks, but my friend Joey did. And
Joey
my friend,
Nasato?
No.
He wouldn't have fireworks.
No, it was the other Joey. Keller?
Joey Keller.
I was kind of such good friends with him.
He was a weird kid.
He was quiet.
Very tall and skinny, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So he had a huge backpack full of fireworks, and we're just walking. This is before they were legal. And at one point, he's like, hey, the backpack is open. Can you close it? Because we're not going to shoot fireworks for a while. I'm like, okay, sure. I look in, and I start zipping it, and just reach my hand in, keep grabbing them, and shoving in my pocket as fast as I can while I'm zipping it up. And he's like, and then I zip it. I'm like, all right, I'm all done. My pockets are jam-packed with fireworks. And he's like, because Jordy was like, dude, take fireworks. And Jordy took some too. Jordy always knew how to have fun. So, and then we're walking and he's like, Joey was like, man, my backpack feels so light now. It's so good. Like, I don't feel like any weight. It's like, I can walk for hours. I'm like, yeah, that's good. And Joey's like, hey, by the way, Raj and I are going to go. So he's like, hey, let's go to my girlfriend's house. I'm like, all right, sure. So we go to his girlfriend's house and then we just launch fireworks from her backyard. And
you ditched Joey?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, you weren't good friends with Joey, you liar.
Joey. Okay.
You're a manipulator.
The group that we were in had 30 people in it, all walking together, firing fireworks. And I was only friends with like 5 of them. So I was like, can I get away from this group? Sure, I'm going to leave. Go with Jordy, I mean. The nice thing about the group was, the funny thing was, me, and then I think 4 other guys in the group all liked the same girl, and she was supposed to come, but she didn't. So one of the guys was like, hey, why don't we just go get her? And I'm like, do you know where she lives? He's like, yeah, I do. I'm like, all right. So all 30 of us went to her house and made her come out so she would hang out with us on Halloween. Total awful thing to do.
What girl?
I don't think you would know her. Alyssa White. She was kind of short.
Not Alyssa Smith, right?
I don't know who that is.
Alicia?
Alicia? No, it's not Alicia.
Different.
She's short. That's all I know how to describe her. She was short.
You like short girls.
I'm into it. I don't know why.
Easy access? Into doors and stuff. They don't ever hit their heads.
You know what it is? I like it that when you hug a girl and their head just gets to your chest.
That is my wife.
It's the best feeling.
Speaking of wife, okay, we're not going to talk about it, but I really like the antics going on and I don't understand what my husband is saying. It's pretty funny.
It's pretty funny.
Did you watch it this week?
Yeah, I watch it every week.
The rape one?
Yeah.
she's
The thing with
crazy.
the thing with that anime is I just keep thinking of it as you and Elle.
Yeah. Like, it's not that I'm similar to that guy at all in, like, his passivity, because I'm a little more
Yeah.
outspoken, but I can imagine Janelle just, like, snapping like that. And it's so funny. It's good. It's a good series. It's kind of explicit a little bit. Yeah, it's a little explicit.
It's very sexual.
Yeah. I mean, they had no problem showing some side boob, even though it's like poorly drawn side boob. It's still side boob. Anyways, I bet a bunch of people just closed the podcast and started watching that now. Okay, so D&D, we had a huge hiatus and then came back together with probably what was the best crew.
It was enormous.
We've ever had.
So many people.
There was me, Raj, a guy from Korea who was Skyping, Will, and Dave. That's it.
Yeah, and then the DM.
Well, there's 5 people in a party. That's not that bad.
I felt like there was more. You forgot Ryan.
Oh, and Ryan. He was more, yeah. Okay, so we're kind of hoping that the party will be a little less, because we're trying to get to hang out on Remembrance Day Tuesday. Because everyone has a day off.
Do I have a day off?
You would have a day off, yeah.
Alright, cool.
So we're trying to do it then.
Oh, that's why my boss asked me to work on a Tuesday.
Say no.
I already did.
Good.
She's like, do you have it off? I don't know. Can you find out? I'm just going to say no. That's what I said to her. I'm just going to say no.
So, long story, I don't even know if I can explain this properly, but the antics of this crew were ridiculous. I know you probably want to hear something, so I'll try my best. So, Raj is a woman. Delane, a tiefling, evil-looking woman who has a lot of sass.
Yeah, I do.
And she's totally inspired by money. There's me, kind of a forward-thinking, money's my only option to get back my girl, kind of really, I have little man issues, because I'm only 2'11". I'm actually short for a halfling. Like, I'm shorter than all the halflings in the world, which really sucks. I rolled really bad, and I keep rolling horrendously for my health points whenever I level up.
You do.
And then there's Grum, the really blunt, really stupid,
but wise,
endearing and wise half-orc. Okay? Then there's Leobin, the human,
oh my God, he's so
human
funny.
Paladin, who is the most straightforward.
I love Ryan's character.
Oh my goodness. He's the most straightforward, straight-faced, innocent boy I have ever met in my life.
And yet he's insane.
And he's insane because he just kind of snaps. And then there's, who we're missing, Will. Will doesn't really have a character set in place.
Kind
He
of.
does. He's the academic, intellectual.
Who loves destruction.
Wizard of destruction, pretty much. Source of destruction. Then there's the newcomer. This guy, this frickin' guy from Korea, he Skypes in and we're talking. He rolled a halfling as well, just like me. And he's also a fake folk hero.
His halfling is literally Usopp.
He rolled all of cause we roll for personalities, that's why we're so random, but he rolled everything that made him a boasting, cowardly liar.
Yep.
Does that sound familiar? Does that sound like his nose is wide and he has curly afro hair? Yeah. He actually, once he found out his roles, he actually designed his character with Usopp in mind. And he actually provided the most amount of gut-wrenching chuckles that I've ever seen, except Leobin. Because this guy would be so into the role-playing that when we were just chilling, he would stop and tell the most ridiculous stories about, because he thinks he's a giant slayer. But immediately, he went up to Grum, and Grum is like my best friend in this party. Like, we were the first ones there. We have a lot of history together in our backstories. So, like, Grum is like my dude. He's like my support. I always think of Grum as my sidekick, all this kind of stuff. But then this stupid guy named Marty comes in. He's taller than me, and he's boasting, and he's saying I'm not very good, and he took Grum from me. And I was so frustrated. So, there's all these antics going on in this ridiculous party as we try to go and find this hideout, and it was ridiculous.
You split the party too, which ruined things.
So I was RPing. I was role-playing. I did not want to be anywhere with Marty, so I split up, and Leobin blindly followed me. So I'm going to quickly recount what happened with me. So in this story, we enter a town that's being run down by a group of bandits, and they're pretty much inquiring or asking us to get rid of them. So we head over to a cave where this little boy led us to it, and I didn't have a good feeling about it. I'm so used to being betrayed that I was like, forget it. I'm not going to do this. Guys, we shouldn't go. Grum's like, no, we're going to go in. And you're like, yeah, I want to go inside as well. And Will's like, well, that seems logical to go inside. So I'm like, forget this. And Leoben's like, I'm going to go with Pat. He's like, not really deciding anything. Marty is not even anywhere to be seen because he keeps wandering off. So we split up.
As soon as a fight happens, the first action Marty does is hide.
Yeah,
the
he
very
always
first
hides.
action.
So I split up going to town because I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go straight to the base of these guys. I walk in, there's 3 thugs and nobody else in the building. And I sneak around back to try to get in there. And Leoben, I haven't told you this yet, but because his character has been out for 3 weeks, we punished him by making his character completely naked.
Except for a sword.
Except for a sword. And he is so oblivious that he'll just walk around completely naked. What's a character that I'm thinking of that is exactly like him in an anime that I've watched recently?
I don't know.
Like, I don't remember.
Is the main character from Fruit of Grisaria?
No, not him. He's more of like one of those super jacked, like, really nice guys. Not Bolus, but,
I love Leoben because he would just scream Bahamut.
Yeah.
Every time.
Leoben is a religious fanatic where he loves his god Bahamut. And in the name of Bahamut,
purify you in the fires of Bahamut.
So he picks up some mud and chucks it at these 3 guys. They engage in this ridiculous battle. I climb upstairs, grab some bandit costumes because I'm like, this might come in handy, and I actually did.
Yeah, it did.
And then I tied one of the cloaks to my wrists and my ankles, and I jumped out the upper window to engage in the battle and kill these guys.
Like a flying squirrel.
But I rolled horrendously and face planted, but I managed to hit one of my swords and like ankle this guy. So we ended up killing them and bandaging one guy, get some information, get a password. Then we head into the front of the castle. We find out that you ended up in a really sticky situation.
We met, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like this.
Nothic.
Yeah, we met a Nothic, which was really creepy. And here's the thing. My character's thing is Eldritch Blast first, ask questions later. And everybody knows when I pick up my D20 and I take a deep breath, you know what's coming.
Eldritch Blast for Raj, just in case everybody knows, is like a force push that just destroys if it rolls right.
So the first thing, when I hear Nothic, I picked up my D20. I'm like, oh, I'm so ready for this thing. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Something doesn't feel right about this thing. So I go to the DM and I'm saying, hey, are Nothics strong? He's like, yeah, really strong. I'm like, stronger than anything I've fought so far? Way stronger than anything you fought so far. And I think back, like, I almost died in every single fight thus far. I probably shouldn't attack it. So I held back that time. But basically that thing was going to kill us. It's like, bring us meat. So we killed, like, 2 bugbears and a goblin. And we brought it meat and it was really
The way
happy.
you killed the bugbears was unreal. Dave had tactics up the...
Dave was amazing.
Pretty much, Dave walked in, put a silence bubble around this room, unleashed a ridiculous maelstrom of thunder attacks, and he wiped out the
Thunder
bugbears.
Wave, and then he had a skill that maxed its damage.
Yeah.
And that just destroyed everything.
They got wrecked, and the DM was in shock, because we had fought just the other campaign, 1 bugbear, and we all almost died. And Dave took out 2 and a goblin in 1 shot.
I rolled my Witch Bolt, which is my best attack, and it missed.
You were completely useless in battle.
I did nothing that entire battle.
Man.
Dave just wiped them out.
So you take the goblins, throw them in, then you kind of wander into a cellar, and you're fighting more guards.
Things are going pretty well.
And
you end up captured, though.
In the meantime, we disguise ourselves. I'm hiding within Leoben's cloak, and we walk in. Just so you know, Marty actually followed me to the hideout and watched the whole battle and actually did a ridiculous kill with a slingshot.
Yeah, he did.
He did it like a Dave and Goliath sling and just knocked a guy out, and he was so freaked out that he did something. He hid again. Did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Marty's wandering around doing nothing, but it's hilarious. So me and Leoben sneak into the front. We get into this really uncomfortable situation where Leoben is dressed up as one of the bad guys. As Steve, because he's one of the guys we took. And he walks into this hideout and he says, "Hey, I'm Steve." And the guy's like, "Oh, which Steve?" Steve. And they're like, "Oh, okay, Steve." So they're kind of being jokey and like, "Hey, we're gonna put our balls in this guy's mouth. You should do it. You put your dick in his mouth." And Leoben is like, he has to, like, every couple of turns, he has to roll for his performance to see if he's actually, and he's rolling good, 15s, 17s. He's going. And he's like, oh, it's the point where his pants are almost halfway down and he rolls a performance check to accidentally fall and wake the guy up because there's a guy sleeping on the bed, and he did it. And he goes, what are you doing? And the guy's like, he's just like zips up his pants. So it's really uncomfortable. We actually, I'm not really doing anything. I'm hiding in barrels because there's nothing I can do. Leoben actually manages to get rid of 2 of them to just go because he said there was free ale somewhere. And then we end up knocking out the one guy and using him as disguise to walk down a corridor. So it worked out really well. We're getting experience along the way. But then
Leoben pushes you into a pit.
Leoben decides it'd be a good idea, because Leoben makes these decisions that I don't really understand. I'm really intellectual and whatever. Leoben's like, we must do this now. And he actually attacked the guy that was leading me, because the big boss came out, pushed me and the bad guy down a pit, and I died. I legitimately, died in this game. And Leoben's like, oh. And so he has a...
But you didn't die.
Well, if you reach 0 HP, you're pretty much bleeding out, and you have only a few turns left to roll saving throws and be healed.
Yeah.
So Leoben has an interchange with this big wizard guy who was actually the guy we were fighting.
Glass staff.
For some reason, he let him go. I don't know.
Probably for the purposes of the plot. It also made it more menacing.
Oh, it was really, really freaky. Then Leoben walks down, heals me. We try 5 or 6 times across the stupid pit and almost end up dying ourselves. We cross the pit, we walk up into these bunch of skulls. Leoben wants to kill them, but we say a password, they go down. Then I find in this room, a wife, a daughter, and a son of a guy that you saw dead in the cavern.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, and my man mode went full, and I'm like, oh, I gotta save these people. So Leoben's putting on more of an act, and then all of a sudden, cause Leoben is leading me through into the cell, right? And he goes, I'm so stupid. Leoben's rolling these perfect performance rolls, and then I yell, you'll never take me alive! And I roll like a 1 on a performance check. And he's like, the guard doesn't really believe you. They're becoming suspicious of you. And he starts drawing his sword, and Leoben punches me in the head.
Yeah, he knocks
me out cold. And the guy goes, oh, okay. But I get thrown in prison, and then Ryan, Leoben's player, said, oh, I gotta go. Leaves. And so I'm in prison now
Yeah.
with no keys or anything. So anyways.
Will had also left, so it was just me and Grom.
Yeah, so it's you, Grom, Marty, and
we
me.
got into 3 consecutive fights, so we were pretty battered.
The cool thing about this one campaign that we did is even though we split up, the DM he was good.
Yeah.
He did an amazing job, because at the end, I run out into a room with the skeletons that I had disarmed. And just before I was able to disarm them with the password, Raj comes out of frickin' nowhere, bursts into the room and goes,
No.
Yeah.
Wait. First, Grom is he turns them away.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
And then you're like, I know the password. And I roll my die, Eldritch Blast! And I blast the skeleton.
So the skeletons get blasted. Dave or Grum is pretty aware that the Nothic guy is now pissed, and he's chasing you. I don't know what's going on.
He's not chasing me, he's chasing Marty.
No, but he's chasing all of you.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, you guys gotta get out or I'm gonna kill you. So we're running. Now we're engaged.
Skeletons will be easy game.
Now we're engaged in a battle. I'm trying to protect civilians, so we usher them out. We end up...
You ushered them out. You weren't even in the fight. You just left.
I didn't, because I wanted to live. Pat had almost died 2 or 3 times, and I had 2 HP, man. Pat is a living legend.
The way it got down is I was cornered by skeletons. There was skeletons in front of me and then sarcophagus to my side. So, I guess not sarcophagus, it's coffin. Whatever. I was trapped. Skeleton rolled, hit me, I had 1 HP. And they're like, you have to run. And I was like, I wanted to be a hero. And I was thinking to myself, I have 1 roll left of my witch bolt. And if I land it, I could maybe kill one. And I wanted to do the anime thing where I stand in a room and look behind me and say, go on ahead. And the door closes and I die, but I save you guys.
You want to kill your character though.
But I want to roll a new one because we don't have a tank.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I can get away. I know I can get away. They're like, you have to roll a really good agility to get over these sarcophagus. Is it sarcophagi?
Yeah.
And I was like, easy. I roll really high. I totally expected to die.
Yeah.
I was just being confident. And then so I leap out of there. We get out of the door. Grom shuts the door. I think Marty got out of there too.
Yeah, Marty made it. Marty booked it so fast.
Book it out of the dungeon.
It was a pretty the thing about D&D that always surprises me is what we just told you was 7 guys sitting around a table using their imagination. Now, the book led a few things like what a character does and what the town does and all stuff, but everything that we just told you was us. And it was again one of the coolest and funnest things that I've done in a long time. It's crazy. And the people, when you're actually role-playing, it's so fun.
It's a lot of fun.
So we all made it out alive. Miraculously, I saved 3 people and I leveled up. But I'm only at 20 HP. And I'm really pissed about that. Because I'm level 3 and with 20 HP, Dave's at level 3 and he has 30 HP and a ridiculous amount of AC. He's pretty much a tank.
He's a pseudo tank.
Yeah. But anyways, so fun. We had a lot of fun. Sorry if that bored you. We'll definitely tag this as DnD Talk, but we're excited to go back and see what we can do about the Glass Staff guy and how the story unfolds.
I want Delane to die, but I want her to I want her to die in a really cool way.
I think it'll be really cool if you keep Delane, though. We have way too many spellcasters. That's the problem.
I'm a spellcaster too. Yeah,
I know.
That's why.
So is Will, and so are you, and so is pretty much Dave, and it's pretty.
Dave is like a melee spellcaster.
It's pretty rough in that case. Like I'm the only one really who's running up and doing a lot of damage, but I don't really have any support for that. Because it'd be nice if Tank took aggro and then I could just go in from behind. Because I can do a lot of damage. Every roll I can do without any kind of spells or anything. Use both my swords and get 1d8 plus 3. So I could do technically 22 damage to everybody if I rolled high enough.
I chose spellcaster because spellcaster is pretty much my favorite thing to play in RPGs. But because we have so many, I'd rather play maybe either a DPS assassin or a tank or an archer.
Range would be good. I have a bow as well that I've actually done
I do
a really
too,
good
but it just
job,
does less damage than everything else.
And the good thing about the DM is he actually... Okay, the cool thing is we're all sitting around a big TV. A TV that he's put on his side, and he's manipulating the screen to have fog of war and grid-based systems and characters that get bloodied. It's actually really neat.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I wish I was higher up, though, but it was good. I want to bring food next time. I was hungry.
Yeah, so was I.
I was real hungry.
We don't have time to get food.
Speaking of what happened afterwards...
We get what
McDonald's?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How many times did she throw up?
8 times.
8 times? We went to McDonald's because we were hungry as dicks after that D&D session. How long did we play? Like 6 hours?
We played from 7 until 1.
Yeah. So we're in line at McDonald's in the drive-thru, and the car in front of us, suddenly the back door opens up. Spencer, someone just opened the back door. And I was like, someone gonna get out? Like, what's going on here? I suddenly see a young girl, probably younger than us. Her head is hanging. She throws up. I'm like, oh, at least she probably feels. All right, well, at least it's and she kept going.
Our fingers are going at this point.
And we started counting because it was like she just kept going, and then she got to 8, and then she looked like she was done. And the guy got his food, so he speeds away, and the girl's head is still hanging out the door. And I was fully expecting her to bang her head on something, but it didn't happen.
Guess what? I knew the guy.
Yeah.
From work.
Yeah.
I talked to him. I'm like, so, I was sitting in the staff room. He walks in. I'm like, by any chance, McDonald's, 1 a.m. And he went, his eyes went really wide. And he's like, throwing up? And I was like, 8 times. And he went, yeesh. She banged the car door. And I was like, that sucks, bro. She's like, that girl cannot hold her liquor. It was her birthday, apparently.
Oh, was it?
It was her birthday, and she just drank crazy hard and just got wasted.
Nice.
So... There was just a funny story that I happened to be there.
I avoided the
yeah, you did.
the vomit when I drove up, but then when I rolled down the window, it stank. Oh man, it stank. And then like 2 McDonald's employees looked out the window like, oh god.
They felt pretty bad for us.
I feel more bad for them because they have to stay
they're like,
there.
I'm sorry. We're like, it's not your fault at all.
I mean, we're gonna leave in like 10 seconds.
You ready?
I'm ready.
I'm actually really excited. Can you not?
I'm sorry.
My Scribblenauts hat is awesome, but don't touch it.
Oh.
So my grandma, I was like, Grandma, we're recording in about half an hour. She's like, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to come down. I was like, no, it was great. We named the episode after you.
Yeah, we did.
You know what would be funny if you called it Attack on Grandma? That'd be pretty cool.
Ah, that's a better title.
What did you call it?
Grandma's Ambush.
That's true. Attack on Grandma would have been cool, but Grandma's Ambush works well. Okay, so you know what? Be proud of me, everybody. I spent the time to reformat in a really nice way our episode list. So now in one easy, compact form, we have the title of the episode, when it comes out, which doesn't really matter for the podcast, and names for all the people who came out of the most recent episodes. So
Can I say something?
No longer will you be hearing us say the white girl or glasses coon, hopefully.
The YouTube upload for this podcast went up.
Oh my gosh.
Like Wednesday?
What's wrong with you?
Let me tell you why. So I figured out how to use iMovie. I figured it out. And so it's like, make a video. It's like, because in Windows Media Player, which is what I used before, I used the highest quality settings, and it would export in like an hour. And it would give me 1080p, about a 5 gigabyte file. iMovie's high quality, 50 gigabyte file. And I was like, no. No. Lowest possible default setting, 10 gigabyte file. And I was like,
why
sure.
Don't you compress it into like an MP4 or something?
Don't worry. It comes out as an MP4.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, sure. 2 hours to export. No big deal. Whatever. Wait. Yes. Okay. So then I started uploading it to YouTube. 40-hour upload. And I was like, no. Delete the file. Cancel the upload. Export again. And there's a custom button. I'm like, I'll use the custom button. Hit custom. Put all the sliders as low as they can possibly go. File comes out, I think, 3 gigabytes. So smaller than Windows Media Player.
You're doing something wrong, bro. You have to be doing something wrong.
Listen, I'm new to this, okay?
I know.
New to iMovie. And then so I exports in about 20 minutes. Fair, right? I upload, 20-hour upload. I was like, it's better than 40. So I leave my computer running for 20 hours, come back 20 hours later. YouTube says, upload failed. I was so mad. I had to go to school that morning too. So I take my computer, I pack my computer, I drive to school. I'm really angry. I sit down. I was like, I hate you. I hate iMovie. So then I'm like, you know what? I'm at school. I might as well upload. I hit upload. My school has amazing internet. And the thing is, my degree program, for people in my program, and there's only 20 of us, we have personal internet just for us. And we have 5 gigahertz internet too, just for us. And so YouTube upload, I hit it, 3 minutes. 3 minutes later, it was done.
5 gigahertz?
Yeah.
Like gigabits.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you mean 5 gig? Oh, I see.
Like a
Like
gigahertz
short
network.
bandwidth. Yeah.
It was unbelievable. So I was like, maybe I should just upload from school from now on.
Maybe you should.
So I think I'll do that. I mean,
Or maybe you could just YouTube how to export iMovie low settings.
Listen, that was the lowest settings.
3 gigs is you know what? I understand that it's a 2-hour podcast, but you have a freaking picture in a movie. It shouldn't be 50 gigs.
It's still 1080p.
I guess. What does that even mean?
No, I mean with the 3 gigs, there's the sound quality.
Oh yeah, it's true. No, you could do 720 or even 340p and export the audio quality as the best audio quality you can do.
Listen, I don't know.
Actually, it's true though. People have this feeling when they hit 1080p, they're like, "Oh boy, sound's gonna be great."
It's true. It's true.
You know, I understand that. I mean, I've watched some 240p anime before. It's like, and I'm like, "What am I listening to?"
I remember, I think it was 2 weeks ago when Amagi didn't come out when we thought it would, but it came out on a different website. It's like, oh, I'll just watch it on this website, 240p. Yeah. And I was like, it's been so long since I've seen something in this bad quality. And I was like, this anime's so good, but this quality hurts. I powered through it, but it wasn't worth it.
Can I do it? Can I do what I always do?
What do you always
do? Speaking of Amagi.
Oh.
You ready?
Yeah.
Amagi Brilliant Park.
Episode 5, Not Enough Money. Something I like about Amagi is that every episode name accurately describes what the episode's about.
It's true. And we learned within the first 5 minutes that they're out of money.
We're broke.
They're completely broke and they can't get paid. And we're finding out that the mascots are complete lecherous animals.
The sheep just wants to gamble. The pink, I don't know what that thing is.
Macaron. I got their names, man.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Like, hentai cat, nice.
Yeah. There's Macaron.
How do you say the cat's
Macaroon,
name?
I think. It's Tirami.
Macaron. Tirami? Okay.
Tirami is hentai cat.
And Tirami just like wants to go to the red light district.
Yeah.
And, like,
he wants to make it the red light district.
That's crazy.
Okay, my favorite part of this episode, after the exchange, was seeing the antics of the crew go through the cave. Seeing Moffel, Macaron, and is it Macaron? Macaron.
It's Macaron.
Macaron.
I'm pretty sure it's Macaron.
Macaron?
Macaron? I don't know.
Macaron? I don't know. Macaron, Tirami, and Moffel go through there with their absolute hardcore nature.
Oh, that was amazing. When they start fighting goblins,
yep.
It was brilliant.
Who was with them? It must have been Tirami and Moffel together. Yeah, because Macaron was passed out by Izuzu, I remember.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, too bad she didn't land on him. Pretty funny.
I love how Seiya's like, Sento! She falls, Sento!
You're horrible, man.
I took that as 2 ways. One, the romance flag is blossoming.
Yeah.
Between him and Sento. 2, he really doesn't give a crap about the sheep.
He doesn't care about the sheep. Okay, first off, they got their heads chopped off. Like, their head, top of their scalp got completely destroyed. And they're like, oh, I almost died. And he didn't even care. Oh, it was a funny episode. Had me laughing and, like, kind of chuckling the whole time.
Very nice adventure episode.
Yep. And I like the way it turned around. He kind of wasted his brain power thing, but I'm glad he used it. It's been a while.
Yeah. I mean, if he doesn't use it, it's a waste.
It's funny. The dragon and the
moles.
Like, I kind of expected something to happen, but I like the plot twist.
I like the fact that their money issues have not been solved completely.
Nope. I like that Dornell got screwed.
Yeah.
Dornell was freaking hilarious. 10 years. Like, he just
10 years playing an MMO.
10 years as an otaku.
The funny thing is, I could totally see myself doing that. I could, if I just had that fortune backed up and like people would bring me food and stuff, I could totally spend 10 years in a room doing absolutely nothing.
Building figures and doing MMOs. Yeah, that's scary, man. It's true. And Amagi, what I liked about the ending is, they announced, like, I love the Pikmin-esque thing at the end. I keep saying Pikmin, but if any of you have ever played, I hope you understand. Please understand. Sakurai.
Oh god. Please understand.
Please understand.
Oh, I don't understand why you delayed it, Sakurai. I never will.
Hey man, he undelayed the Europe version. It's coming out November 28th now, not December 10th.
Man, it's great that we live in Europe.
Hey, according to Europe people, we're already getting it a week early.
I mean,
perspective, bro.
listen, I'm in the only place that matters. The place that has me in it.
They are not going to make it.
Who, Europeans?
No. What's 250 times 60?
I don't know. It's a number that I can't
Probably
calculate.
about 1,400. Okay? That's the only amount of guests that they're going to get.
They can do it. It's anime.
Wait, maybe my math was wrong, but it doesn't really matter. There's no way that they're going to reach the $253,000 that they need, that they need to finish. So something's going to happen. Maybe the RPG, I'm expecting like an RPG theme park.
Well,
ride.
the way he looked at it at the end, he definitely has big plans for it.
Mm-hmm. But look, man, like, that RPG theme would be not very good, because they actually give the people Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
I can imagine just the complete brutality of giving normal people that stuff.
It would be awesome.
It would be I would love it, but it wouldn't be a very good idea. Great episode. Always good. I watch it Fridays now because it comes out so late on Kiss.
I just stay up to watch it.
Oh, whatever. Okay, so Gundam G.
Did you just whatever me?
Yes. I took my hat off. It was really itching my underbeard.
I noticed.
Okay, so Gundam G, Episode 6, Delenson, a Fearsome Foe. So,
I didn't watch it.
you didn't watch it. Classic, not because you didn't want to, because you forgot about it, I assume. Or
Because I didn't want to.
then why don't we just drop it?
Spencer, it was 7 a.m. That's why I didn't want to.
Oh, okay. So, listen. I don't really understand the character's motivations, okay? Bellry, Raraya.
Oh, we have her name now.
Yes.
It's not just Monday Girl.
Bellry, Lalaya, and Noreda. I'm trying to just say, I'm going to say it like a white person, okay?
Yeah, please.
Bellry, Noreda, and Raraya.
Yeah.
All three of them are trying to escape. And for some reason that I don't understand, Bellry snuck Noreda and Raraya onto a ship, his little, what do you call it, F-rug? The thing that the mechs stand on when fly around.
Okay.
Stuck him into that thing. Why would you not just keep them on the ship? What was he planning on? Okay, so he sneaks them on and he gets in the G-Self and they strap on these reflector things on his back. Say it's heavy, but you'll be okay. The one thing that constantly amazes me about Gundam, and I assume it's any Gundam, is the amount of time they put into making the technology realistic. Like, the setting and everything is just a realistic setting for what it is. Technology, everywhere people go, they don't just get there, they have to ride a machine and hook here and hook there and all this stuff. So, what's it called? The ship, their big red ship for the pirates is, for some reason, they flew into outer space and are mounting an attack against the Capital Army that was once the Capital Guard, and it turns out that the people hate the Capital Army because they're thinking they're just uppity Capital Guard people. And so, attack ensues. Klim, the really cocky guy with the whip, is fighting all this stuff. Bellry's fighting. Ida's doing absolutely nothing. She goes back. Bellry's being a complete hardcore person. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes this transforming mech. And Delenson.
Why the hell isn't Ida doing anything?
She just kind of was support for Bellry, but Bellry's so hardcore that Ida just went home.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, Delenson is Bellry's instructor. From back home, the guy who was like slapping him around and saying, you need to pay attention, Bellry, all this stuff. He comes in this transforming mech, shooting stuff and whatever, and it's obviously breaking the taboo that they had set down for mechs, and Bellry's not happy about that. So they're shooting at each other. They don't know that they're each other, right? And Bellry's reflector things are gaining energy every time they get hit by lasers. So Bellry's going like God mode again. So he runs up after Klim and him exchange blows and confuse the Delenson guy. And Bellry ends up sticking his gun and pulling the trigger and kills Delenson.
Okay.
But because of the contact link at the last moment, Bellry heard Delenson's go, you're Bellry! And then he died. And Bellry's just bawling his eyes out. And he's like, oh my goodness, no! I thought you were just some random dude, but you're actually the guy that I actually care about. Oh no! So then he flies down and saves Klim, who's like, cause they're not really in outer space yet. They're like kind of in the upper atmosphere, so they're free falling. So he saves Klim. They go back to the ship. And the girls who stuck onto the ship do absolutely nothing. They didn't get away at all. The G-Self is in perfect condition. I was only saying it was sad, a good thing to watch because Bellry killed somebody and it was really sad. But I was like this pretty much the whole battle. It was pretty good.
Good action?
Yeah, the actions are really good.
Here's the issue I have with Gundam
Story
G
is
so far. Yeah, this is the thing that issue I have with Gundam G so far. is that the story's going absolutely nowhere.
And the characters are ridiculous. Like, I don't understand their motivations at all, or what they're saying, or why they're saying it.
Yeah, there isn't a single character I can actually say is very good in Gundam G.
I mean, that stupid Rariah girl walks around with her bowl goldfish, and she like poop, and the fish is actually pooing, and it has a big thing of poo sticking out of its butt, like a normal fish would, and you're like, oh, poo, and the guys are like, we need to clean that bowl. So they clean the bowl, give it back to her, she's like, look at the fish, and everyone's like, good job, Rariah, you're retarded. Everyone's just being so nice. Push her off the ship or something.
You're so mean.
What, she hasn't done, whatever.
Listen, you just want to push every special person off a boat?
No. Okay, we're moving on.
Your face tells me otherwise.
No, I don't want to. I teach special needs kids swimming lessons.
Do you, though?
They're very endearing people.
Can special needs kids swim?
Rariah is not special needs.
Is that a thing?
She's acting dumb.
Well, she just has PTSD or something.
No, she doesn't. She has ridiculous stupidity syndrome. Airhead syndrome. I don't know.
Syndrome.
Because she was piloting a mech before. You can't pilot a mech when you're dumb. I just don't really like this show. I'd rather drop it, but whatever.
It's like saying you can't shoot a gun if you're dumb.
Okay, let's move on.
Hey, I finished Chunibyo, first season.
Oh, how was it?
I didn't like the ending. Other than that, I like the series.
The supernatural thing?
No, it's not that. They did it way too, I'm not going to say open-ended, but it ended on a flat note where, like, you know, she comes down, she's like, you want to see my eye? And he smiles. Like, it kind of ended where it began.
That's because there's a season 2.
Yeah, but how long did it take for season 2 to come out?
A long time.
Yeah. So, not a very satisfying ending.
Hey, look at Castle. Go ahead.
For season 1 anyway, not a very satisfying ending.
Oh, season 2 is worse.
Everybody tells me that. They're like, oh yeah, you like season 1, good luck with season 2. Overall, I really liked it, though. Pretty good. I would give it a 7.5 out of 10.
I'm really happy that you're finally... What are you going to work on now?
I haven't decided yet.
Cool.
Maybe season 2. Probably won't bother with season 2.
Bahamut.
You know what's interesting about Chunibyo? Is that the ending theme has all the main girls naked. Which is not something I really expected. Can you stop?
Well, I didn't want to be interrupted in my segue because I worked so hard on it.
Which is not something I really expected from that type of anime. Bahamut, you noticed that though, right? It's weird.
I don't watch endings.
Oh.
It's over.
The ending theme wasn't all that good. The opening theme.
You probably miss so much of anime because I don't watch.
You do.
The things
you miss a lot. Oh, there was a scene after the credits.
That's why we review things together.
All right. Bahamut episode 4 reunion at.
Okay, I definitely watch Bahamut past it because they always have something special at the end.
Yeah, they do. So, on this episode of Bahamut, Amira and company looked at a giant crab and said, that looks tasty. And looked at a fish and said, that looks tasty. Looked at a flying fish, said, that doesn't look tasty. And then Amira ate a lot of things.
That pretty much is what happened.
This anime is the quest for food a lot of the time. This Amira girl, how is she not a chunkster?
Because she's a demon?
Nah, there can be fat demons. There was one in the episode, right? His dad's friend. Or I guess he's not his friend anymore.
Yeah, I don't know what his name was, because his name didn't come out of Mal.
Nah, he's not important, he's dead now.
But, so they had a battle on the ship, but I was actually blown away by what was happening, because they fought a giant crab, and then, like, this is just straight up Pirates of the Caribbean.
It is, isn't
just
it?
Straight up.
It went totally Pirates.
Everything. It's been Pirates of the Caribbean since the beginning.
No, it hasn't.
Like, they're freaking tightrope battling.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. And all of a sudden, they get rammed by another ship. Yeah. And then Kaiser jumps out. What's up?
Favuro!
And then he's like, Favuro! And he climbs up. And all of a sudden, the girl, what's her name? Rita, the undead girl, comes out and goes, zombies! And just like zombifies a whole army. Now there's zombies fighting demons.
Zombies versus like Atlanteans.
Zombies versus demons. And then Kaiser is fighting, Favreau on top of the thing with the demon dude. And then the crab comes out of nowhere and just wrecks people.
Meanwhile, Amira's just chilling.
And then all of a sudden, out of completely nowhere, this Azazel guy, the main fallen angel dude from the floating castle, comes down and kidnaps Kaiser and Amira.
I like how Kaiser's like, my lady! And he grabs
how does he know her?
Total bro.
How does he know Amira from?
Last episode. At the end, where they were drunk, or maybe 2 episodes ago. Maybe 2 episodes ago. When Amira was drunk, and then he's about to stab Favreau, but then like she gets in his way, and he like falls in love.
Oh yes, yep, I remember now. In the water.
Yeah.
When he came out of nowhere, Favreau.
So random.
Their backstory is pretty interesting. I like that. That they were friends, but then he was
I don't think he was betrayed.
He didn't betray. The demons betrayed him.
No, but
Oh no, but they betrayed him.
I don't know. I think he might have said it in
I don't.
accident.
Yeah, I don't think that Favreau did it, but I like
least
that
not
there's
on
some
purpose.
bad blood there. I also like that now Favreau's gonna have to deal with Rita the Undead Girl, and Kaiser's gonna deal with Amira. I like that they split them
that
up.
they split them. That's cool.
It's great. This series, I sit down on Monday, just like, here we go. So pumped. I love this series. It's done a really good job.
I absolutely love the way Kaiser says Favreau's name.
Favreau!
It's always with so much energy and power.
Them lips. Oh man, and the Cerberus, thank you. Cerberus girl, there's the fan service. I was waiting for it.
Bahamut Maxim.
Like at the end of that picture? Oh jeez.
She doesn't do anything for me. She's kind of lame.
Okay, so
I like her dogs though. Let's barbecue him one.
I'm sure you like
Let's
those dogs.
eat him one. They're pretty cute.
Yeah, those dogs, hey?
I like them puppies.
Who's the cat guy? Some other dude?
Yeah,
I don't know. We're going to be
guy.
introduced to more characters. I like that there's a sheer amount of, like, there's the Joan of Arc party moving forward trying to capture Amira. There's the demons
Except they're not.
coming trying to capture Amira. Then there's the random scene with the pillars collapsing last episode where the angels are trying to capture Amira.
Well, the angels are the ones who are running Joan of Arc.
Oh, sort of. Yes. Okay, I see. So it's angels, demons, and Favreau. Fan-frickin-tastic.
And Kaiser.
Sign me up. I will watch this every day, all day. And it's a good series. If it doesn't add to Look at
He's
Castle's
so out
end
of his
list.
league.
Who?
Favreau is so out of his league.
Oh, yeah. But he's actually good at what he does.
Do you think he's going to get a power, like a demonic power, to help him?
He has a tail. He probably will have
But he
some
needs
sort of power.
There needs to be something more than a tail, unless he's like a lesser
He's
demon.
pretty... I like the whole Jack Sparrow nature where he seems to just be getting by by sheer luck every time. I think that's fantastic. I don't think that should change.
I still don't know what this has to do with the card game, though.
Who cares?
I looked up the card game. I didn't download it because it looks like it's not fun. But I looked it up. I'm like, is there an Amira card? Nope. Is there a Favreau card? Nope. I'm like, what does this have to do with the card game?
Let these people do what they will because they're doing a great job. Okay, speaking of somewhat of a not great job.
Ushinawareta. I didn't watch this.
Episode 4. Now, I'm just going to put out a theory that the numbers that keep blocking my vision when I'm trying to watch as I scroll across the screen, I think they have to do with a countdown before it resets again. Because Kaori almost died this episode again. And we're almost at the point where she's probably going to die again. Or something. Because remember she died the first episode?
Yeah.
And the numbers were scrolling by?
No.
Okay. The episode, remember you kept saying, do you notice those big numbers? So there's big.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when the episode started, it was at 8, and I don't really remember what happened when it was over. It might be jumping, but whatever. So, in this episode, the gang of really enjoyable people skip class together, and they're all going, but Yui, the white strange girl, the white-haired strange girl, is really, really, really obsessively conscious of Kaori and her everything. So a bus comes down the street, she goes, and like wrenches her away from the bus, and everyone's like, Then they got in the bus, and Kenny's doing his classic Kenny thing, showing pictures of his fat lover and everything, but she's not fat. Like, she was fat in one of those pictures that she showed. Remember he keeps showing pictures of his Stephanie, or whatever her girl's name is?
No, I've only watched the first episode, remember?
So, are you dropping this?
No, I keep forgetting to watch it.
So, Kenny keeps showing
Here.
pictures of this.
I'm gonna write it on my list right now.
Kenny keeps showing pictures of this girl that he loves, but she's like this kind of chubby girl. But every time the pictures get like different weights and stuff. Like this one time she was figure skating and she was actually pretty skinny. This other time she was on a swing set and she was big. So I don't really know what's happening. But anyways, they miss their stop. They come out to this like reserve place by a river. And everyone's chatting, and Kaori's like, oh, so, you remember when we met her as kids? So I was like, yeah. So had like this camera that the film club who did the ghost thing given him, and he's like going all creepy photo guy.
So's the main character, right?
Yeah. He's taking pictures of everything. And then everyone separates. So Kenny goes with Irie. Irie's the girl who likes So, but doesn't want to say anything about it.
Oh, the girl that we like.
Yeah. Kenny and Irie go to get drinks. Nagisa... Because Kaori, like, sees a snake and falls back and, like, sprains her wrist or something. And Nagisa goes, oh.
Really?
Yeah.
She sprained her. Did she just die? Like, at this point, Spencer, it's just natural selection.
Oh, she's gonna die again, and then she's gonna come back.
At this point, it's just natural selection.
So then, Irie, no, wrong. Nagisa and Yui are like, oh, we'll go to the store and get you some, bandages and stuff. Leave her alone. Dumb. The girl has, like, a death flag as big as Las Vegas on her head. Okay, and everyone's leaving her alone. And So's wandering around taking pictures of nothing. So comes back and goes, oh, hey! hey, what happened to your shoe? She like lost her shoe. It's like, oh, it went down the river. And it like tied parallels to when they were younger kids. She accidentally dropped her bear down and they tried to find it. And he piggybacked her and she fell in love or whatever. So they walk down the riverbank.
Pretty good reason to fall in love.
I guess so, yeah. They walk down the riverbank and So goes, oh, I guess we're not finding your shoe. And it's funny because she's wearing a big shoe and a little shoe because he's gave her shoes.
Oh.
And so he's like clomping around or whatever. Then they find it.
Wait, is he giving her piggyback right
No,
now?
they're just walking.
Okay.
So then they find the shoe. And so it's like, I'll get it. And like trying to like reach for it. It's not working. Crew of all the lovable cast of this stupid anime come walking in and go, oh, okay. And Kara's like, grabs a stick off the ground. I'll get it. Walk, 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 walk. I'm like, you're gonna die. Like, you're gonna fall off the waterfall and die. And whatever I'm thinking, this Yui girl's thinking the exact same. She goes, no! Like, throws her back, grabs the stick, says, I'll do it. Gets the thing. She kind of falls. So grabs her from behind. So she's in like doggy position.
Nice.
And he's like got her on the butt. And he's like, this position is uncomfortable and awkward in so many ways. Can you please come up? So she comes up. They're blushing. And Corey's like, oh, so jealous. And then...
he's jealous of him straddling her.
Well, because that's what should have happened if she was the one to get the shoe, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So then Kaori gets her shoe back, and everyone's like, oh, what good memories. And then they take a selfie with his camera, and it was the last shot, and everyone's like, oh, how exciting. And then I remember there's some stupid cliffhanger thing, but I don't remember. Is Angelo still watching this and telling you, don't do that, please? What are you doing?
I don't know. It's like
Stop
stuck
pulling
on me.
the...
It's stuck on me.
It's not stuck on you, man.
It feels like it.
So are you done? Yeah, can you put it down?
Okay. That made a lot of sense.
So anyway, I
don't know if he's watching this.
I don't want to watch it anymore.
Is it that bad?
It's not interesting. The graphics or animation is not that good. The characters are horrendous, and I think I've seen this anime before.
All right, I'm willing to cut it.
Okay, I'm cutting it. Excellent. High five. The cut is real.
I don't know if it might pick that up, but that was me cutting it.
Okay, so you can do the next one. I've talked too much.
Your Lie April, episode 4, Departure. Now, his name's not Now, is it? That's oh god, what was that anime called that came out last season?
Now-kun?
Oh, what's that anime called that I like? What was the mech anime from last season? I'm totally blanking. The one with the princess, had an orange mech, and Slain.
Oh,
holy crap, this is...
Oh, Alden Noah Zero.
Alden Noah Zero, that's what it is. Man, I really want to watch that. So...
Kosei,
not Now. Now's not as good a character. Kosei and Kaori, they go to... I'm taking my hood off. They go into their... Toa Hall or whatever to do the thing. We were right. He totally mucks it up because he can't hear the piano. What I thought was going to happen was that he was going to just, since he couldn't hear the piano, he was just going to play and try to match to her by ear. But I really like what they did better is that they competed because like the one guy in the audience said, they're both solo performers. They're not meant to complement each other. They're not used to that.
I was completely captivated by this episode. From start to finish, I was like, eyes open, waiting. And the music is outstandingly beautiful, for one. And the way... I like classical music. You don't. I don't. Yeah. The way that they depicted him not being able to hear hurt so much. And the funniest thing that Janelle said when she was sitting there crocheting or whatever she was doing, she looked up and says, ew, that one is really creepy. Like every time the mom showed up.
Oh my god.
And like at the beginning when the mom's like smiling and whatever... And he seems to be like a masochist or something because he really likes her. But when she's in the crowd and she like does that really creepy smile that disappears.
It's so creepy.
Ew. But I agree. When they started just going and he can't really hear, but he's playing off of what she's kind of doing. And then they got a standing ovation after restarting. It was good. They failed, but they failed spectacularly.
I like how she just looks at him and she's like, here I go. And she goes ham on her violin.
Prediction time. Why'd she collapse?
He pushed her too far. She never... Every time she plays, she starts sweating profusely, if you notice.
So did he. I think that's just the show.
No, I think he pushed her further than she's ever been pushed in terms of playing.
No, my prediction... Okay, that's a good, valid prediction. I'm going to just acknowledge that. I'm not going to shut it down.
I think I know where you're going to go with this.
I think she has an illness.
Yeah, that's what I thought. She has cancer or something.
Or something, and she's really wanting to push forward, and... Because it makes sense, because in the last episode, she's like, help a girl who's in her last straw or whatever, right? I think she has some sort of illness that she's trying to... make it big in music before she runs out of time.
I hope this anime doesn't do, if you're right, I hope it doesn't do the thing where she gets the same illness as the mother. That would really irritate me. and it would be too much like, it'd just be too coincidental. I mean, it's anime, but it'd be too coincidental. Too much like Unme.
What's that?
Fate or destiny.
Oh, I see.
I don't want that to happen. If she does have an illness, I totally see this going super sad where they finally fall in love, and then she kicks the bucket, and his name's not now. Kose will be all sad, and he's like, I'll play piano anyway. And then people will be like, his piano sounds so sad. So his friend, what's the girl's name? No, the other one.
Tsubaki.
Tsubaki.
Hardcore
she
jealousy.
Saw it.
Hardcore
she saw
jealousy.
the way that they looked at each other. She's like, oh
buddy.
no, no.
Okay,
no.
their charisma was off the charts. Like, anybody who saw them would be like, oh, just get married already.
Yeah.
Pretty much. This girl was like, oh, I can't believe he's playing the piano and staring at the girl, and oh no! And Watsuru's like, oh, she's so beautiful.
You just see the gears turn in her head. She's like, I've made a horrible mistake.
Yeah, I have made a horrendous mistake.
And then Watsuru's like, that's my cowrie. Dude, she doesn't. No, not anymore.
I totally messed up.
Ooh.
We'll let you guys get that one later. Yeah,
this anime is way too good.
Really good, and it's really unfortunate that it's only 24 minutes.
Comes on Thursdays, right? So Thursday, which was yesterday, I had a huge assignment due, right? So I go to school, work on the assignment. I worked for like 6 hours, didn't finish it. It was due at midnight, right? So I come home, and they're like, oh, you're going to go home, you should work on it? I'm like, no, I got anime to watch. And then, when really I meant I got Your Lie in April to watch. I go home, I make myself dinner, and I was like, oh yeah. So I started Your Lie in April, I watch it, like, oh, it's so good. And then I was like, I got all these other series to watch. Let's watch a Let's Play. I will stop just for this anime. It is that good.
It is good.
This anime is ridiculously good.
It has as much stopping power for me as Parasyte and Bahamut does.
Yeah, I like it more than those two, honestly. Did you that comment that I sent you online? It was from this anime.
Oh
Someone
my goodness.
You are so right when you say the Crunchyroll people have this stupid little like they have this text file of cool things they could say to make them sound awesome on the internet. It's just so funny.
Okay.
Dude, I like my picture. It's nice.
I feel like Crunchyroll commenters have a special folder of quotes to post to make them sound cool to their online friends. That's what I said. Raj says this comment proves true.
It's anime like this that reminds me this... Okay, sorry, I forgot this guy has horrible grammar.
Oh.
It's anime like this that reminds me that reminds me why I like anime to begin with. This one in particular has such vivid imagery and powerful metaphors in its animation, comma. It's no longer just anime, semicolon. It's art in motion with plot. That's not how to use a semicolon, you idiot.
But he did a really good job showing off to his friends online.
He's just such a retard.
So Parasyte.
You're so mean to people you don't know.
I'm not mean. I'm just realistic. I look at it and I go, look, these people. Anyways,
Parasyte. Your Lie in April, fantastic.
Yeah.
Something
really
interesting is that Tsubaki, I think that's her name, she said spring is just beginning, but then Watari's like it's almost May or June or whatever.
Well, that's not really that big of a deal. All she's saying is like the spring of his youth is
that's
spring,
what I thought.
Spring is annotated with colors and life, and he's been stuck in winter.
But if it's almost May, that means they're in April right now, right?
Yeah.
So what's his lie?
Your lie, or her lie. She's got cancer or something.
Oh, might be her lie. Okay.
So
Parasyte, episode 4, disheveled hair. Weird name for this episode.
Yeah. It might be because he's getting rattled or something.
Dude, that fight was good.
It was good, short but good. I mean, holy crap, Miggy does a little...
I'm glad it wasn't like too extended.
Yeah.
It was exactly the thing I like about Parasyte's action is that it's realistic in that real fights don't last that long. They go, and then they're done like pretty quickly.
Say that to Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, the old Dragon Ball Z doesn't really follow.
So Miggy is going on defense, blocking pretty much everything that that Eight-san, I guess his name is throwing at Shinichi, and Shinichi is like panicking. But I'm actually very pleased with the realism at which Shinichi came about.
Yep,
it was really good, and I did not expect the pipe to become a funnel. That was pretty.
That was brutal.
That was brutal. So, anyways, he stabs the Eight-san through the heart. And it starts gushing. He's like, oh no. The guy's wandering away. Miggy says, let's kill him. Let's finish him off. And she's like, I don't want to become a murderer. And Miggy kind of looks at him.
He's like, that's not a human.
You know, that's not a human, right? But I think Miggy's beginning to turn his gears a little bit into understanding morality. Maybe?
Maybe. I don't know. I was with Miggy on this one. Like, that thing stopped being human a long time ago.
Yeah, but I like that Shinichi's still keeping his hands clean. Even though Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. Aeson got wrecked by Tamiya Ryoko.
So Ryoko, what she said when she was gonna kill him and then she didn't, she said, "You're not pure anymore."
Yeah.
What do you think she meant by that?
Well,
I think I know what she
Well,
meant.
they zoomed into her head, right? And there were all those colored synapses going on.
Uh-huh.
And that was her directive. She was desired to kill the humans. That's her directive to those synapses. It zoomed into his head, and he had one or two of those things. So I'm thinking he's getting turned to actually want to kill humans soon.
I figured it as like his willingness to kill. That's what it was.
Oh,
because
kill in
he
general?
was pure before because he wouldn't do any fighting and he didn't want to kill anything. What?
Number 6?
How'd that happen? Number 6.
Remember he didn't kill anybody, then he killed people? That stupid anime we hate so much.
I know, I remember the anime, I just don't remember.
Remember he walked in, he was like, he had white hair, he was completely pure. Then he walked in and he shot some guys in the building, and then he like freaked out, and then it was over?
No, I don't remember that.
Whatever, it's stupid anime. Anyways, Shinichi,
I think it's because he's killed now, technically. No, he's mortally wounded at least, so he's like... Because if you look at the opening, and at the very end of the opening, where Shinichi doesn't have glasses on...
And his hair is disheveled?
His hair is different, his face is different. Mm-hmm. He just looks more confident, and he looks like someone who's killed. Yeah. He looks like someone who's strong.
Yeah, he's still pretty pansy. But so we got a big reveal today that Migi can disattach himself. And
Only for a little while.
And walk around. Freaky.
Pretty freaky.
What the heck how does that even work?
But I like where this is going. I like it because they're setting up for use of that in combat.
And I really like what they're doing is Migi actually is learning and Shinichi's getting super used to Migi.
And I like that Shinichi doesn't completely trust him yet.
No.
It's like, you can detach from me? Are you going to take over my head?
Yeah. I could, and I like his claws. His parents is an interesting thing. The mom was very sad.
I felt so sad.
Oh my gosh, when she grabbed man mode, that tempura bowl, I'm like, oh. Like that would weigh on me. Every time I saw my mom, I saw that big scar and I thought how stupid I was.
Mm-hmm.
Feels bad, man. And the dad's pretty chill with his iPad all the time, every day.
He doesn't care.
But they go on a trip, so I think either A, they're just getting out of there, or B, they're gonna die.
They're gonna die.
If they die,
If they die, it's the catalyst that he needs to go complete badass.
It's either them or Murano.
The death flags are too strong.
Yeah.
I don't think Murano's gonna die soon-ish. Like, if she's gonna die, it's gonna be near the end of the series, I think. But somebody soon is going to be killed. Also, I like that, what's her face? Tamiya Ryoko?
Yeah.
She doesn't understand the bond between parent and child yet.
I know.
But now she's like, my voice is perfect, my appearance is perfect, how does she know?
Yeah.
She doesn't understand yet.
Well,
so maybe she'll learn when she has her own.
I mean, I feel really bad for her mom, though. I mean...
I feel bad for the mom, and I feel bad for the kid inside her.
Yeah, that's true. The kid's got it worse. But she's like, it was perfect. How does she know? Well, you just know. Mannerisms, the way they talk, what they do, how they react to situations.
Doesn't understand that.
I would very easily know that you're not you, based on you not being like yourself.
Yep. Ditto.
I wouldn't know if Ray was swapped out for somebody since he's different every single day.
No, I know Ray. There was a time in Ray's life when things were going so well with someone special. And then, like, I saw him, and I could tell instantly something was wrong.
Well, I can see him in person. Online, he's a completely different person.
He's Keyboard Warrior Chan. What are you going to do?
He's a Keyboard Warrior Chan. So we had a good time last night, me and him. He came over, and we didn't go to Wings, because we were both tired, but Janelle brought me Chinese food, because she was over it.
Oh, I do love Chinese food.
So me and Ray split Chinese. We ate it. Then we talked a lot about his life and everything, and me and Janelle just talking. Then we pulled out our computers and played Payday. Oh,
good game,
intense.
Huh? Yeah.
Like,
it's even better when you have 4 players side by side.
It was hard. Like,
that game is not easy.
We had 2 people, and we turned off AI. And
man, you guys are crazy.
But on easy mode, we were getting wrecked because I could totally see the strategy, how it would work out, like how somebody would be stationed here, and then you'd go in and get because like, okay, so we played Payday the first level. If you've never played it, you walk into a bank, and it's actually really cool because we went in knowing nothing. We didn't even know the controls. Nothing. We were like, let's just play. It's on hard mode, of course. Ray turned it to hard mode.
Yeah,
so it said press F to start the heist. Oh, F. And then there's like guns come out. Everybody's against us. We're like, we're shooting everybody. And
you killed civilians?
Well, yeah, we made a mistake, but we killed civilians. We're shooting. We run upstairs. We find the bank manager. We're slowly finding stuff. Police assault comes and we get wrecked. So I'm like, okay. So the next time we play, we walk up and we're like, wait, we can walk in. We don't have to hit F yet. So we walk in. I'm like, oh, I found the bank manager. So I'm standing in front of the bank manager. And Ray gets the guard next to him. I go, okay, F. I'm like, poof, poof. And then we take the thing and we're running and we get it done pretty fast. But then we get wrecked because I was stupid and we die. So we keep going. We keep progressively getting smarter. But the bad thing is our reputation is getting higher and higher as we go along. So we're leveling up. So I'm level 6 and he's level 7. So in our like 5th playthrough, okay, we're getting pretty good at this. Like we found out that you can trade hostages for your teammate if they get captured and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really neat. But all of a sudden this guy comes up out of nowhere and goes, taser! And I'm like, taser? And so my character's like, and like, I'm like spraying my assault weapon and wasting all my bullets. And I like hit Ray and it's just like brutal. And so it was getting harder and harder, but the strategies were really fun. It was good.
Game's good.
Yeah.
Supernatural Battles Episode 4, Capricious Lady. I actually Googled how to pronounce capricious yesterday. Never heard that word before.
I thought it would be capricious, but I guess it's capricious.
It's not. What happened this episode? Oh yeah, Lolicon.
So Lolicon Girl, we thought this would be super dark, but it's not actually that dark.
Do you want to hear my secret?
No.
I'm a Lolicon.
He did that really well.
The animation got so much better
Oh,
too.
it was so good.
I love it.
So long story short, Chifuyu is pretty much coming to high school every day.
Yeah, it wasn't dark at all.
No, it wasn't. Chifuyu's coming to high school every day, hanging out with Ando and crew, and she gets some magic powers. Shiharu, I think I spelled that wrong, but Shiharu is the aunt of Chifuyu. And the backstory is Chifuyu was brought to the club because Shiharu is completely irresponsible and just drops her off. They get along, blah, 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 blah. Chifuyu has a friend named Cookie. Her name's Cookie, but
Cookie.
Cookie Madoka, and oh man, Ando just gets like a chunny boner.
That friggin' name, dude.
So, Cookie gets jealous of Chifuyu hanging out with the high school kids. They have a fight. A really awkward situation ensues where Chifuyu's power, which is pretty unfair that she can teleport.
OP.
But anyways, she teleports Ando in her boxers into the house, and it's really uncomfortable with that situation.
Yeah.
Ando does his classic Chuny takedown of the Cookie, and he pretty much sets Chifuyu up to be a hero who's protecting the world from Ando. And then it all settles down, and that's the end.
It's a nice episode. I liked it.
It's nice.
It wasn't as good as
but nothing happens.
Yeah, that's true.
Ever.
It's kind of like Good Job Club in that regard.
Yes, it is.
Have you watched the opening for this anime?
Yes.
Have you seen how amazingly epic it is? And in comparison, what we get?
Yeah. What, you mean like Merman? Nothing can beat that.
In the opening, like they're all using their powers and like creating golems and making lava, which, I mean, they did the lava crap. However, at the very end of the opening, it's Ando walking up to like 5 other people with powers. And they're like just glaring at him and he's like, it looks like he's gonna fight him. Where's that?
We're not gonna get that, I don't think. And if we do, it's gonna be a gag or a joke.
I'd still like it though.
The thing is, this is not really realistic, but it's one of the more realistic settings for people with superpowers in a real world where there's actually no bad guys. What?
You really did eat most of
I
this
eat
candy.
lots of it, okay?
Oh my god.
Actually, that's not true. I brought it to my family dinner, and I walk in, and I go, I have chocolate. And the eyes went from dead to bright. Like, they're all just sitting watching TV tired from work, and they just passed the crap out of that chocolate around. Destroyed my chocolate.
When I go to get my my robe, or look for my robe at Walmart today, I'm gonna get some chocolate too.
Are you getting a robe?
For my wizard costume.
Oh, I see.
I'm going to a Halloween party. I need to finish the costume.
That's true. Okay, so Wolf Girl and Black Prince.
I haven't finished talking about that thing yet.
What's
I
that?
like the fact that she wants to be a Chuny, just so she can be closer to him.
Yes, that's true.
It's so cute.
No, it's not that she wants to be a Chuny, it's that since he is a Chuny, she'll catch up to him in age when she's a grade 8.
It's true.
So she's like, just wait for me.
Because you're Chuny forever, and he just totally accepts it.
I get frustrated, though, and stuff like that. They did a really good job of subtly hinting at that. And I think some avid watchers could have figured it out. But, man, they actually just ripped the crap out of the subtlety and just threw it out there.
I'm glad they did it, because I had no idea what she was doing.
Oh, I got it. I just get frustrated when they throw it out there. I like knowing things that other people don't know, you know?
I heard this your way.
I feel like this is surpassed anime.
It's become walking art.
Art in motion with plot. Semicolon. Oh man,
dude, you just skipped Wolf Girl.
Okay.
Wolf Girl and Black Prince. I am not a fan of how they completely sidestep the "you're not in love with me" thing. And she just comes back. Yes, I am. Okay.
Well, no, she came back full force because the girl that the guy Killua was hanging out with,
because he has a dog now, so he doesn't need women anymore.
Yeah, and then Killia's like, well, you know, the girl who was with Killua is like, oh, but he doesn't even want to have girls because he has a dog. And she's like, oh, I'm a masochist. She's messed up, man. Like, she's really messed up.
It cannot be taken in any other way other than he likes her.
Yeah, I guess so. So this whole episode is pretty much...
It was kind of boring.
Yeah, Erica and Takaru being...
I love Takaru.
Takaru's
just
really
because
fun, yeah.
he doesn't have his shirt on most of the time.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you want to see my abs?
Yeah.
Abs.
You didn't even watch that, but...
It was funny. So my friend started watching in class. And like, as he sits in front of me, so I just sent him a text and I said, because he's watching Yappa, I'm like, that anime fucking sucks. And then his phone rings, or it vibrates, he looks at it, and he looks at me, he just frowns, like he grimaces, like, and he's like, you're such a hater. And then like later on, he starts watching a supernatural battle, and I sent him a text, that anime's fucking awesome. And then I just see him laugh. I will impose my beliefs on you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't really want to talk about this. Pretty much it ends up with Kyoya is softening again.
Takaru's plans were pretty obvious.
Yeah.
From the get-go, the confession, I saw it coming a mile away.
Can we drop this?
I'm getting close to dropping it because what's his name? Kyoya? He's starting to soften, like you said. If he's not evil, there's no reason to watch his anime.
Okay, look, I can already predict what's gonna happen. It's more try-hard antics from Erica. Kyoya softens some more. He's kind of mean. Oh! Next episode, Erica tries some more. Kyoya is mean. Next episode, Aki and Marin, the two friends, drama. That's the episode. Kyoya comes in to save him. An episode after that, San has some issues. Sanda, her best friend, blah, 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 blah. Erica, blah, 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 blah. Kyoya comes in, blah, 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 blah. The end of it, Kyoya and Erica sort of fall in love, but they leave it open-ended for maybe a second season, and then it's over.
It's quite the prediction you just made.
I don't want to watch it anymore.
You want to cut it?
Yeah.
Cut.
Well, we're
destroying our list today.
We actually have not that many anime anymore, which isn't a bad thing.
Good.
We're super busy.
We have enough as it is. You having trouble there, bud?
Working on it, man.
There you go. So moving on to Shirobako episode 4, I totally messed up. You know what's weird about this anime is that whenever I see it on my list, I say to myself, this happened to me for all 3 episodes after the first one. I don't really feel like watching it. Because it doesn't feel like anything really happens. But then I watch it and I'm instantly captivated.
I want to watch this every
world.
time it comes out. I get so excited.
It's just mirrors real life so much. Sakaki-chan senpai. God, that girl.
I wrote it down. Yeah, what the heck?
Sakaki-chan senpai. Because the whole thing that she just did, where she was nervous and voice acting, that entire thing happens in Sakuraso, but Sakuraso spends a lot more time on it. So I've seen this before. And like, I've been in this situation before where I've had to do some speaking or something and I've practiced, but I get really nervous. And she's around our age, right? They're around our age. And that doesn't happen to me anymore. That happened when I was a teenager. And it's what really makes me mad. I'm like, come on, get over it.
Yeah,
and I know it's not that easy.
No one's like us, man. We thrive with public speaking.
It's true.
We can talk to a freaking microphone for an hour and 20 minutes with barely stutter. Like, barely stuttering. I just stuttered. The irony hurts so much.
It still annoyed me. And I was with her. I called bullshit when the super good voice actress applied for a role that kind of sounded like hentai. I'm like, really? You're that popular, but you're applying for this role? Get lost. Mm-hmm. Like, leave this poor girl alone.
I like the group. I understand the roles. They actually took the time to address our problems and introduced all 5 of the girls and what they do.
Yeah, because I do remember.
So, Miyamori is a editor's assistant, sort of.
I thought she's production assistant.
Production assistant, sorry. Sakaki-chan senpai is a voice actress, apparently the older-ish one of the crew. She graduated with Miyamori, I think. Midori is the key animator who works with Miyamori.
She's so cute. I love Midori.
Takahashi, no, he's a stupid guy. Never mind.
Oh, I hate him so much.
He keeps calling her, and apparently,
and he's such a douchebag when he does it.
He just, whatever.
Are you drunk? Get me a selfie with your friends. Yeah. I'm gonna hang up now.
The Emma girl is the script writer who's going to school right now and not really having a job.
You missed Misa Todo.
Oh, and Misa Todo. I
hate her for the plain fact that she works on CG.
Oh, I was sitting there laughing because I was like, me and Raj absolutely hate CG. If CG enters into an anime, we get so mad.
I saw her. I'm like, you represent everything I hate. It's all you.
Oh, this is why I like shows like Amagi Brilliant Park, is because barely any CG to be seen.
Yeah.
They even didn't, they could have CG'd the dragon, but it would have been stupid.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine the Bahamut dragon in there?
Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
It looks so bad.
So it ends up, I really like some of the characters. So Honda, I got him down because he was kind of big in this episode. He's the really preppy guy with the gross hair and the sweater. Yeah, he's sort of portly. he is a real freak when it comes to details. So he goes after Kinoshita, the fat guy.
Okay, I absolutely hate him now.
The
I
fat guy?
cannot stand that editor.
He's a pansy.
He's such a bitch.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
And the other guy beside him is trying to be super nice to him and like, well, not like afterwards. He's like, just turn it down because he's not getting any work done. And he's eating a bunch of fried chicken. I love how he calls him, because you're fat. He's
Yeah.
like, oh.
There's a quote that I love from Star Wars. Or it's not from Star Wars, it's about Star Wars. That's Star Wars is a great movie in spite of George Lucas's efforts. So George Lucas would have ruined Star Wars, but everybody who worked with him made it good. This is how I feel about everybody who works with the fat editor.
Yeah.
Kinoshita will be a horrible mess of a failure if it wasn't for everybody who worked with him.
Yeah.
He is his own worst enemy, and I just want to reach into the anime. I want to grab him by his fat fucking throat, and I want to just say, leave, retire. You are poison to your own company.
He already got divorced, so apparently his wife knew what she was doing too.
Good. He deserved it.
You know what? I tried to go on Mal and get some names of the people. Oh, I was like, scroll. There's so many characters in this anime, it's ridiculous. I don't even know who the guy is who decided to drop at the end of the episode, who was like, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I'm like, who are you? All I know is, I know
also,
who Takahashi is.
I understand exactly why he did it, because Takahashi probably kept hounding him too.
Stupid guy.
He's so dumb. If you keep bugging someone, you're just gonna make them angry.
I think what happened though, some deadline thing got off, and Takahashi was like, I'll be your dog, I'll do anything, just stay, because he's responsible for whatever that guy was doing. And that's why he kept calling Miyamori, but Miyamori didn't want to hear anything of it, right?
Here's the thing, is that when I have a day off work, and my workplace calls, and it happens often.
Oh, yeah.
I never pick up.
Yeah.
No. I see it calling, I hit this, whatever the silent button is, and I just put my phone away.
Yeah. It's
my day off. I refuse to talk to anybody.
I sometimes have to pick it up. Actually, no, I get texts from my work telling me about shifts, which is nice.
That's pretty cool.
Because then you call back and you put the shifts in. But if head guard room calls me, I gotta pick up. I'm probably in trouble. For something, I don't know what.
Like if I'm really bored as dicks, then maybe I'll pick up, hey, you want to come in today? No. Okay, bye.
I can never be bored enough to just go to work if I had other things to do, like relax. Relaxing never happens in my life.
Well, it depends. When it was summer and I had a lot more time and I wasn't at school, then anytime I would get a call, I'd pick up and I'd pick up extra shifts.
Okay, World Trigger.
It didn't come out.
World Trigger didn't come out. And I'm really angry because I made such a big show about dropping this series. There was fighting, and Roger's like, how could you? And I explained, and then I was like, ha, this week I'll be like, I didn't watch it. Freaking didn't even come out. What the? Come on, man. I was gonna be like, oh, I have no excuse to not watch it, because we just dropped a ton of anime and I have a lot more time, so I'm not gonna drop World Trigger.
Oh, really? You're undropping it?
If it had released an episode on time, I would have dropped it. But I'm gonna give it another try. So there's that.
I didn't see that coming. Celestial Method, episode 4, Fragment of Emotions. So speaking of characters I want to reach up and choke, what's Headphones name, girl? Headphones girl's name? Shion? Oh my god.
Shione?
She is the Roshu of this anime. You know how wherever Roshu's on screen, you want to punch him in the face? Whenever this stupid bitch is on screen, I want to reach into my computer, and I want to slap her.
But Raj,
I want to grab her and say, does Raj have to choke a bitch? Because Raj is about to choke a bitch.
She's hurt.
Oh, she's gonna be hurting more when I get through.
Okay, you know who I'm angry at?
I hate her so much.
You know why I'm angry at? Stupid Yuzuki girl.
Yeah, she's dumb too.
And poor Nonoka just getting slapped the crap out of everything.
Yeah.
Like, she's slapped. Just slap. It's like, she's like, oh, hey Shione, slap. And then it's like,
she's taking it like a champ, though.
I remembered who you got slapped. It's just like, what? Why are you being so rude to this girl? And Soda's like, hey man, sorry. And then they have this stupid, like, Kaharu is like, oh, Yuzuki, I think you're retarded.
Well, she is.
And then Yuzuki's like,
I think what you're doing is useless.
Yeah, and then she's like, and then you broke your promise when I was like 3. Look.
Sometimes Christian will comments shine through, and this comment was brilliant. Man, I'm glad I don't get slapped for every mistake I made when I was 7 years old that I don't remember.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
They're 14 now?
Yeah.
It was half their life ago.
Yeah, and they're like,
honestly.
This is why, like, series like this that has somewhat of a big story regarding your childhood is super unrealistic. Quite frankly, if I said something in grade 3 to some girl, I wouldn't remember.
Yeah.
And you know what? I guess that kind of brings me back to where I was being really kind of rude about, like, Nisekoi and those ones. Like, how can you not remember your childhood? Okay, look. I may have met, like, I'm not saying I did, but I may have met 3 or 4 girls. I probably wouldn't have done this because I'm not freaking retarded. And made love promises to all 7 of them, given them all individual keys, and said, oh, see you later, and then completely forgot. You know, I probably would remember something like that. But I mean, a simple conversation, like, saying, oh, I'll support you in your stupid cause to get rid of a freaking saucer, and then moving on because your family owns a saucer store where you benefit from merchandise.
Yep. Here's the thing about the saucer. Other than it, like, making an island inaccessible, it literally does nothing bad. I don't really understand why people don't like it. I mean, we saw Yuzuki have a flashback to the hospital, so something bad happened there. I'm guessing something similar happened to Shione, but we don't know anything yet, so it's really hard to relate.
You see, this story's really not going anywhere, and I'm getting really tired.
I disagree. I think it is.
I'm getting really tired of all the antics of these retarded children.
They're doing the thing. I think this is where I think the anime is going to go. Noelle, Nonoka, and whatever Moe girl's name is, they're going to get together.
Who's Moe girl?
The girl who she held her hand at the end of the episode, the girl who owns a shop.
Kaharu.
Yeah. So Noelle is basically going to grant the wishes and make the lives better of every character in the anime except for Nonoka. She's going to do Nonoka's last, and then she's going to go and leave, and everybody's going to be sad, and they're going to cry, and it's going to go all Anohana on us in that regard.
This is not bringing out an Anohana feeling in my heart at all. It's not. Like, in Anohana, there was just so much dark, heavy sadness involved with that, and then this one, it just doesn't really have that darkness. It might get dark, but it wasn't consistently dark, where there was the one moment where everybody... Actually, spoilers for Anohana. Where the one moment where everybody finally can see or knows that Menma's there, and they're like, Menma! Mitsuke or whatever. I found you! And then, because they played the game... Oh my goodness. Just curled up in a ball.
Isn't nearly as good as Anohana is in terms of making me feel. I like the characters except for stupid Yuzuki and stupid Agnes girl. Other than them, it's not true. I only like Nonoka and Noelle.
That's true.
They're the only 2 interesting characters. Sota doesn't really do anything.
He actually cooked. It burned it.
He did. I like how Noelle was like, don't look at the saucer. Don't look at the saucer. Why not? It's embarrassing. It was so cute. I love Noelle. She's so adorable.
It's a really pretty anime, and I'm expecting it to go somewhere gorilla-ish, but not super gorilla. I'm going to stick with it. Oh.
Grisaria, Fruit of Grisaria episode 4.
Oh my gosh.
Where to aim the silver bullet. So I did not like this episode for the first bit of it because Michiru.
Yeah, Michiru.
Is the girl I like the absolute least.
The Soon, right?
Yeah, the fake Soon. However, when she went split personality...
That's pretty interesting.
Now she's one of the girls I like the most.
Yeah.
She's so interesting with that. Now it's the pink hair girl who's really bussy that I like the least.
Desperate? Amane?
Yeah, Desperate Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really interesting. She's like, have you ever had a lover? Dude, what's his name? Yuji? Is that his name? What's the main character's name? You didn't write it down.
Yuji.
I think it's Yuji.
Yeah.
So, Yuji's such a boss.
Yeah, it's right there. I wrote it down. Yuji.
Did you? Where is it?
By
there it is.
Have
you ever had a lover? No. Can I kiss you? Sure.
What is that? What is that word he was using?
Oscillate?
What does that even... Does that mean to kiss?
I thought oscillate means to, like, spin in a circle.
Is it oscillate?
I thought that's what he said. Or maybe he said oscillate?
Oscillate or something?
I don't know.
I thought oscillate was to, like, wow.
Yeah, to spin.
Yeah. Define oscillate.
Oh, dude, live Google on James Brown.
Define oscillate kissing? I'm just gonna hope Google corrects me somehow. Oscillate. Okay. To come into close contact or union.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oscillate. Yeah. To touch another curve or another part of the same curve so as to have the same tangent. No, that's definitely not the right one.
So basically to come in close contact.
Yeah, interesting. It's Latin equivalent to oscul, which is to kiss.
Alright, look, nobody cares about that.
Okay. I kind of do. So anyways, he wrecks her, says we got to kiss. He leans in, she gets really cute and flustered.
It was cute. I like the whole hair dye thing. I don't know why she went zombie when she did the hair dye.
I don't know either. Maybe she was trying to dry it out or something.
It's interesting that the 2 personalities know about each other, but they don't talk about each other, really. and that the interesting Machina doesn't stay out for very long.
It's not Machina, it's Michiru.
Damn it! Why I keep saying that? The interesting Michiru doesn't stay out very long. Oh, speaking of Machina, she pissed me off this episode because the entire episode she did this with her hands. The entire episode, her hands were up in this stupid position.
I don't remember.
Every time she was on screen, Spencer.
Weird.
Every time she moved, every time she stood still, her hands were like that. I feel sorry for Komine because she has to clean after Michiru.
Well,
every
Komine
time.
likes that stuff.
I know, but it's weird.
Yeah. And we only heard a couple things from, what's her name? Yumiko?
Oh, the nickname. That was cute.
Oh, what's her name?
I can't remember what you call it.
Yumi-chan or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yumini or something like that, I don't know.
Don't call me that. And he calls her again and she just pauses and then she leaves. She knows she can't stop it.
Okay, so I'm just going to explain.
That's a good way of becoming friends.
I was eating during this episode, just enjoying my time eating. And then all of a sudden, the cat goes missing. I'm like, oh, poor kitty, whatever. And you just call her Neko now and meow, 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 whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's sad. So then he splits off, says, oh, I gotta be over here. And the cat's lying like plastered to the roadkill, okay, pretty much. And he's alive. And I'm like, but barely. I'm like,
the fact that he's alive made it a lot worse.
I'm like, that cat's dead, bro. That cat's dead. And then Michiru comes in and goes, oh, Mr. Nyanta.
Nyanta, wrong anime.
Whatever. That's next. Then, so she's carrying him like, oh, look, he's okay. Oh, look, he's eating. He's gonna be okay. And Yuji's doing his best. He knows. This cat's dead.
Yeah. And
he's like doing his absolute best. And all of a sudden, what made me completely gag was when the cat was like, lick, just like vomited blood all over her hand. And I was like, and then it was really uncomfortable.
I was fine until the cat started licking the food. My dog Lucas, when he was sick once, like really sick, he wouldn't eat anything. So what I did was I grabbed a handful of his food and I just held it to his face. I said, come on, buddy, you just have to eat a little bit. And then he would just, while laying down, he would just reach his tongue out and he would lick it slowly. And that was one of the saddest things I've ever seen, when my dog did not have the energy to eat, but he would just lick it because I asked him to. And seeing the cat do that, I teared up. I couldn't help it. It was so rough. If you've had a pet, you know the feeling. It's just really rough.
It was a really rough way to end it.
It was a rough Sunday between this and Akame. It was just not good.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Alright. Log Horizon, Episode 4, Shattered Wings. So I thought Akatsuki was going to get shanked.
Yeah, so did I.
Wasn't her?
It was some random girl. Actually, she's second in command of the guild.
What's that guy's name? I know the name of his guild is the West Wind Brigade.
He's the pretty boy.
His name starts with an S. I can't remember.
Oh, I don't know.
It's not Shiro, it's like...
Shinon?
Shiryu? Seiru?
I don't know, whatever.
It's gonna bug me, so I'm gonna Google it.
Okay, so what happened in this episode was, it's Christmas. It's getting really close to Christmas. And the girls decide to go out. So Princess Linesia and Akatsuki and all of the girls that are the main people wander around and they're all happy-go-lucky. And apparently everyone's concerned about Akatsuki for some reason. And everybody knows that Akatsuki's struggling.
Everybody likes Akatsuki. She's
really cute.
And she's not very good at hiding her emotions when she's sad.
What's the name of the girl? There's Marie and then there's...
Henrietta,
okay. So all those girls
just kind
of go along. And Henrietta inspired quite the response on Twitter about her mature love. People were just very in awe about that. How she's like this sweet dull love I can deal with, but at a distance.
Okay, that's not mature. That's bullshit. That's cowardly.
It's not.
No, this is how it is. She's the kind of girl who, when in high school or in elementary school, middle school, or whatever, she's the kind of girl who would like a guy, but could never bring herself to tell the guy that, and she'd be like, "Oh, my love will never be requited." She's that kind of girl, and that's transcended into adulthood. It's the exact same thing.
No, it's not. It's different. It's maturity. She knows for a fact that Shiroi is way too busy for that she's way too busy for that they need to figure out their situation before romance can even be thought about. Okay,
you can match it.
Girls like Minori and Akatsuki, they can think about love because they're young maidens' hearts. Henrietta's busy. She's got stuff to do.
They're the same age.
Who?
Henrietta and Akatsuki are the same age.
Oh.
Minori's in middle school.
Akatsuki's a child, okay?
His name is Shoryu, by the way.
Oh, we were close. We probably blurted that out.
I said Seiryu.
Shoryu. So anyways, at the end, this menacing dude takes a swing at this girl who collected salmon for whatever his name is, and she bleeds out. Now, can I just ask you, do they bleed? I've never seen them bleed before.
I've also never seen them bleed.
And I'm kind of worried because I think he's got some sort of skill that actually can kill people.
I don't think so.
Because I think so. Like,
the bleed would kind of make sense in the regard that there are classes in MMOs And this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
also in League of Legends.
Bleed damage.
That causes a bleed damage, so it's a damage over time. It's a dot. So it might be that. He stabbed her, applied the bleed, and he just left. That's worse than killing her because it just has her suffer, right?
But it's weird
worse.
that he knew that the guard wasn't coming.
Because he's the one who made him not come.
But who is he?
Ooh.
No. What's happening in the raid? They didn't show that at all, did they?
They're just still struggling.
It was all about Akatsuki wandering around trying to find the teachings.
Which I'm fine with. I'm okay with a break from the raid.
And the previews show that, I guess...
He's gonna...
Yeah.
Sure, he's gonna use the teachings, and Akatsuki's gonna be like... Because in the opening, both Akatsuki and Shiroi have brand new clothes, and I can only assume in true anime fashion that they get those clothes when they hit a power spike. A new power spike. So it's when they both get teachings or something. Because it makes sense that Shiroi, after this raid, is gonna get a teaching. It would make sense. And he might get another one for Akatsuki. We never know. Because it's entirely possible to get drops that aren't for your class in MMOs, depending on what MMO you play.
I really like this series. It goes by well. No matter if it's slow, it's great because I know that the story's going to progress further. It's good. Saturdays are just the best. Just the best.
Wait, Fate Stay Night comes on Saturdays, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then they are the best.
No. Fate Stay Night comes out Friday.
Then they're not the best. Wait, does?
Yeah.
Dude, new Fate Stay tonight? Oh, yeah!
Wait, really?
Halloween Fate!
Okay, you keep talking about,
You took away the list. How am I going to talk about anything?
whatever's next. Chaika.
Chaika Episode 4, The Writhing
Sand.
Sand.
Why is it called The Writhing Sand?
I don't know, there's no sand. So the butt dragon that we assume was a butt dragon in the first season is actually a kraken.
I remember the butt dragon. I remember that comment.
I look at that face and I'm like, isn't that the butt dragon?
Yeah, because we were like, oh, look, the butt dragon. Yeah, 20 hours from now. So I guess it is Saturday. My bad. I thought it was. Yeah, so Saturday has Ace, Fate Stay Night, Log,
World Trigger.
World Trigger. Yay. Anyways, it's just good. I'll give it another
Chaika
chance.
is pretty good. I like the fact that I don't know where we're going with this. I like Chaika in general, but moving on from that, we finally found out what their destiny is. So my theory of there being an original Chaika was thrown out the window. That's too bad. I was still clinging to that theory of an original Chaika existing.
Did I ever have a theory? I don't think so.
Yeah, you did.
What?
Your theory was that the original Chaika's head was cut off and then plopped onto the head of different girls.
Yeah, okay. I'm just glad nobody remembered that. I was completely wrong. This one makes a lot more sense. He pretty much just magically manipulated real girls to make them look like Chaika, have memories of Chaika, do different things together.
Even though Chaika never existed.
Yeah, Chaika's just a name. Chaika's like robot. Or android.
But why? We don't know why they're collecting the things yet, do we? There's that one girl who apparently looks like Lila,
Dude,
though I don't see it.
It's super clear what's going to happen.
What?
All the remains are going to come together and Emperor Gaz is going to be remade.
That's actually a pretty good theory. I don't know why I didn't think of that. I was thinking something more fantastical.
No, Gaz
Dude,
had a life insurance plan.
When I saw that girl in the tube,
Twin Tails.
my first thought was, Gaz isn't going to reincarnate into that body, is he? Because that's going to be really awkward.
My first thought was Twin Tails. Just straight up Twin Tails, and I thought of that stupid anime.
She doesn't look anything like a Chaika, but Chaika recognized her as Lila.
Okay, like Selma, the girl who's with Red Chaika, so OP with that gun. Like, too bad that Toru and Akari didn't have that ability.
I like how the guy with Red Chaika, we don't know any of their names. David?
I wrote it all down, man.
Oh, you did. The David, I like how he's always like, you think about the Saboteur boy? I'm like, yeah, shipping Red Chaika.
I liked Akari, because she's like, what's she saying?
That was so dumb.
Freaking stupid.
I would never be mean to you, brother. Unless you have a fetish for being insulted, then I will insult you with all of my might. I love Akari.
Yep.
But at the same time, I'm with Toru, because when he's like, shut up, I said at the same time, like, shut up, Akari.
Yeah, she's like, this is clearly not the time. Dude, my reaction when the unicorn came out was...
I was like, it's back!
I was like, Akari, I was like, no. I was like, no. Because I heard the voice. I was like,
yeah.
No! And then dead. Frederica.
I was like, Frederica, you're so OP.
Frederica is OP.
Frederica was so cute when she made the wings and then she just flew up the branch. I was like, Frederica, why
Which totally got rid of the idea that her wings got cut off. I don't know what happened there.
Well, she regen.
I guess so. So anyways, Frederica
needs a weakness. She's way too OP. They need to stop supermanning her, honestly.
Yeah, but she's way too OP. Not only that can she regen, but if she actually dies, she has a mini-me inside of her body that can regen.
She's like, yeah, I got too close to dying, so I made a mini version. And then it's gonna be, when Toru goes Super Saiyan and finally contracts with her, he's gonna be ridiculous. Because he's gonna be like, oh, you stabbed me? I'm healed.
But things are seeming very epic. Like, I like the feeling of it. I like how...
I still feel like we're like at the end of the series right now, even though we're only not even halfway through.
Yeah, we're only in episode 4, man.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that the bust level of Chaikas is slowly going up? Because our white Chaika, pretty flat. She's flat as dicks. And then we got red Chaika, who seems normal, right? Lila was somewhat bigger. And then Vivi's enormous now. Like, Vivi was fine before, but now suddenly, now that she's wearing tighter clothes, her chest is huge.
Oh,
It came out of nowhere. And at the same time, it's like, kind of shipping Vivi and Toru now.
And red Chaika know about... Oh, never mind. I thought Guy was Gillette. I confused the names. Never mind.
Guy.
Gillette's the best a man can get.
Yes, he is.
So there's this guy, the one-eyed Cyclops guy, wants to now take apart brain samples from the Chaikas, and I immediately thought of spoiler, The Last of Us, when they were when they were doing the brain thing
from Ellie.
Yeah, I was like, no, don't do it, no. So I thought it was really cool about the Phala. Like, I like the world that they're building around. Like,
that's cool that they can mass produce them.
Yeah, the Phala are magical creatures. Humans were jealous, of course.
Yeah, they kept saying Phala. I'm like, what is
I assume they're magical creatures. And the Kraken is a genius, but he got wrecked, which is sad for the Kraken.
So the Beast Man and his girlfriend are definitely going to betray what's-his-face.
Of course.
Because he's an asshole.
Beast Man and Toru going to team up, man.
Yeah, he's like, hey, can you kill this? Yeah, alright, let's be friends. That's how it's going to be. Maybe he'll join his party.
Mm-hmm.
Toru needs more party members that aren't part of his harem.
Yeah, right. That's not going to happen.
Okay, fine, only the girl can join, then his hair can grow.
Oh, there we go.
I want Toru to show up with just 6 Chaikas, and that's his harem. It's a harem of Chaikas. Because every single Chaika other than Lila, okay, fine, half of the Chaikas he's met have fallen for him.
I think Lila technically almost fell for him at the end.
I don't think so at all.
I think so. Wait, there's only 3 Chaikas so
4.
far.
Vivi.
Oh, Vivi. Vivi's not going to fall for him.
3.5. She's not. She only loves Gillette. She's into that, high quality shaving cream. So,
or the high quality shavers.
Yeah. I have the shaving cream. I have the shaver.
Look at you. You're repping it.
Dude. It's because did I ever tell this story? I guess. I think I did. The first razor thing I ever bought was a Gillette razor. And the thing is, they have replaceable heads. So therefore, I only have Gillette razors from now on. And I bought it when I was 13. So it's been close to 10 years.
You done messed up? I just buy huge packs of disposable ones.
My brother does that. But the Gillette ones work so good. They work so good.
I shave a lot more than... No, I don't. Not
anymore. I shave every day.
I used to shave a lot more
than you. Except for podcast days I don't shave. Actually, I had 2 days. You know what I really need? I need a hermit day. I'm craving a hermit weekend.
That's what I'm telling you, man. I need that as well.
So, a hermit day, which is what is coined by Spencer, but developed by me, is a day where you do absolutely nothing. And here are the rules for a hermit day. Rule number 1, you do not leave your house under any circumstances unless you're going to die. That is the one circumstance. Rule number 2, any food must be ordered. You must eat from delivery. Rule number 3, you cannot do anything productive whatsoever. It must be a day where you waste time and do only things that you love. And if working is what you love, you can't do it. If it's productive, no. Rule number 4, no shaving.
No shaving.
No shaving whatsoever. That's it.
Yep.
Bathing optional. I do it because I'm not an animal. But
I like showers.
Yeah, they feel good.
Warm showers? They taste
good. They feel really good. But those are the 4 rules of a hermit day. Now the best is when you get a hermit weekend, because there's a 5th bonus rule that gets added for a hermit weekend, is that you must not view sunlight. You caught me at the end of my hermit weekend once, and I had not seen sunlight for 3 days. And I was like, Spencer, I live in a perpetual night. And Janelle was there, and she's like, what is wrong with you? Like, she sees my hermit ways, and she just hates them.
For those that don't understand, he wakes up in nighttime.
Yep.
Like 11 or 12.
No, this is around 6 or 7.
6 or 7, but it's winter, sort of. So he wakes up and it's dark out.
Yep.
Stays up all night, goes to bed when it's getting light.
Yep.
That's pretty much what he meant by doesn't see light.
Yeah, perpetual night.
It wasn't like he blindfolded himself. Okay, so.
Man, Nell hated me for that.
Akame Ga Kill. Kill the curse.
Episode 17, Kill the Curse.
So
of all the people to die, I figured it'd be Laba next. But then Chelsea just had to go ahead and say, I'll go after her. Why did you have to raise the flag, Chelsea? Why did you do it?
Raise the flag of death. Put it on your head. Head on a post.
Nice.
Thanks.
It would have been sadder if she had been around longer. That's the issue with introducing new characters just for the sake of killing them, is that it was sad because I think Chelsea's cute and I liked her relationship with Tatsumi and I liked her backstory, which was only introduced now. But she's so new that her death means nothing to me.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, you know what?
The only reason I slightly cared is because of Tatsumi's reaction.
Yeah.
I was sad because Tatsumi was sad, not because she's died.
I thought, Leone died when she just passed out, and Akame's like, no! And he's like, I'm okay.
I was so glad. She's like, yeah, my arm will be back. I'm like, yes,
Yeah,
yes, Leona's still best girl.
It's cool. I like that.
I need you.
It's like a special technique with he's finally useful.
Yeah, he is useful.
Yeah.
He gets soul limbs. Or her limbs,
He's
anyways.
like this one girl from, Hunter x Hunter could do that, which is cool.
This was... I feel sorry for Bulls, kind of. I mean, I do, but I don't, but I do. That's how you make a good villain.
I feel bad for him.
That's how you make a really good villain. So he's so sympathetic that I felt bad that he died, even though he's a horrible person.
Look, I'm still holding very firm that there could be a Akame Ga Kill. Okay?
God, I hate Kurama.
There could totally be one. And it's because Bolus proves... Bulls and Waves, pretty much Wave are the only one that I really like anyways. But he had a wife and a kid, man.
He did. And he said, I can't die here. They're waiting for me.
Yeah, and he had
That was sad.
And he took his mask off and he hung out with those guys. Like, it seemed really fun.
I want to see what he looked like.
Me too. Probably will never get to see.
I have a feeling he's really handsome. No, not anymore. He's dead.
Probably had a scar or a burn mark or something.
Yeah, no doubt. By the way, S-Death in normal clothes. Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Hello. Please more often, please.
Oh.
Especially in a ponytail. S-Death best girl in A.
Kurame,
I don't like her at all.
she's weird.
She's boring. She's not as boring as her sister. I'll give her that. But she's still a boring character. I knew she wasn't going to die because she can't die unless it's to either Akame or Tatsumi. And it's more likely she's going to turn to the good guy side or some crap. And I really hope that doesn't happen. Honestly, best case scenario, both her and Akame die fighting each other. Then most of the boring characters are gone. Not going to happen. I still think the boss is going to die pretty soon. It's whenever they start fighting S-Death, the boss is going to die.
Mm-hmm.
Laba, his time can come anytime. He's honestly not all that
He's
useful.
not gonna die. He's not.
You don't
gonna
think
die.
he is?
No, he has severe plot armor because he's the only dude left, and he's comedic relief.
Tatsumi.
Oh, he's the only other.
Tatsumi
Tatsumi's not gonna die either.
Is the only one who will not die.
Okay,
sure.
Leone has a huge chance of dying. So does the boss. So does whatever his name is, the arms, the organic arms guy.
But he can't die. He's instant regen.
And
he has a core.
He's freaking OP, man.
He's pretty strong. Susanoo.
So I always look forward to Akame Ga Kill now because it's just like a mad romp through violence and people dying.
Yeah, I don't like the new opening. New ending's kind of meh.
New opening sucks. And the new opening is the new ending's like, oh, sisters.
Yeah. The imagery for the new ending's okay, I guess.
I don't like the stupid CG sword in the opening. We hate CG though. So.
Yeah, we do. We're pretty prejudiced against that.
I want to talk about something awesome.
Speaking of CG, if you want to know how to do CG right, look no further than Fate Stay Night, Episode 3, The First Battle. Oh my god, this anime! Why is this so good?
I just want to take a moment here just to realize what we're watching. This is anime, okay? But I think this is surpassed anime. And it's like motion. It's like motion and plot. Isn't that crazy? Now, if I had said what I just said without the pre-thing, that people would have been like, wow, this guy's pretty cool. Anyways.
Except I would have called you out on it.
Okay, Fate Stay Night is gorgeous. I can't even stop to say how freaking gorgeous this anime is.
I think the people make it, it's called like Unlimited Blade Works, but now people are calling them Unlimited Budget Works.
Yeah.
And it fits really well. This anime is astounding. In terms of animation, in terms of just quality. The story's okay.
So let me explain. I watched episode 1 because, that's what everyone does. And I thought episode 0 was like a preview, like one of those 2-minute things they pop out on Crunchy. So I watched episode 0 after I watched up to episode 2. And at the end of episode 2, it was when the Berserker was just being revealed. And so then I got flashed back to getting to meet, Archer, and I believe her name's Tosaka. Yeah.
It's Tosaka.
Tosaka. Yeah. And that actually worked well for me. It didn't spoil anything. I got a really nice, flashback, and I could see all the different sides. It was actually really nice. I
started with episode 0, and that ruined me, in the regard that I feel like Tosaka is the main character, and I actually like her a lot more than I like
Oh, no,
Emiya.
I like Emiya. Emiya feels like the main character to me.
But, I don't know, I find Tosaka more interesting. Emiya's too shonen for his own good.
Did you like the paper shield thing, though?
It was cool.
Yeah.
Emiya's just like, he's every hero that wasn't very good, but is the chosen one that's ever existed.
Yeah.
His character in itself isn't all that great. Saber's great. Archer was cool with that. Oh my god, that noble phantasm.
His sword gun thing? What was
gun?
His final archer shot.
His noble phantasm.
But what was he shooting? Like a blade?
It was like a spiral.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, but then the Berserker's so OP.
His noble phantasm is even more OP. It's ridiculous. He just revives. This anime's really good.
Really good. I'm looking forward to the battles. I'm looking forward to more beautifulness. Just give me more, please. Like the plot line, I already explained most of it already. And then in episode 3, Emi and Saber, well, pretty much Saber 1v1's Berserker. Archer runs away.
She's incredible, by the way.
Oh, she is. And I loved how Tosaka is not happy with Archer at first. And I found that really funny. And neither was Archer happy with Tosaka, but they kind of built up that relationship. Mm-hmm. And it made a lot more sense to me after watching episode 0. So there you go. But now that we're going back, like Archer's just scanning, Tosaka can stand on her own, pretty much, with magic, which is kind of cool. And
depending on who she's fighting.
But Emi is just complete garbage.
It also makes sense why Archer used swords in the first fight against Lancer. It's because his normal archery forces him to go really far away. And if he does that, he's just going to shank Tosaka.
Yeah.
And then Tosaka's dead, and then it's like GG. So he has to
But
use
it makes
swords.
sense. Rangers are dual wielders. They always are. Always have been. Like even my character in D&D can either be I'm a ranger.
My ranger in Maple Story used a hammer. And a wooden sword.
We need to talk to you about that. You got lied to, bro. I don't have enough to say. The plot line is pretty much the same because that entire episode was the first battle and nothing plottish happened except freaking amazing amounts of colors.
Whenever there's a battle, every still of this anime could be this amazing high resolution wallpaper.
And yes, they use CG, but no, it wasn't bad.
It fantastic.
Can I just give one moment to say how beautiful it is when CG looks like the actual art style and blends in with the actual frames per second.
Can we give this applause for actually using CG well?
Woo!
Well done.
Well done, Unlimited Money. Well done.
So the first episode, like an idiot, I had to catch up on it last night, right? I watched episode 0 beforehand, and I was like, episode 0 is 40 minutes. It's just the prologue. No big deal. Every episode now is going to be 20 minutes long. I started episode 1. I see 40 minutes like, oh no, it's 4 a.m. I'm going to be here for a while. So I watched episode 1, and I was like, it was pretty good, And I'm like, I'll watch the next one because I want to catch up. Episode 2 was like, oh god, it's all talking. And I'm like, wait, the talking's over? What the hell happened? I look at the episode, it's over. Like, I felt like 10 minutes had gone by of just talking. It was only talking. And the episode was over.
Speaking of talking, that priest walked a lot in the church. Just like walking.
And the Berserker. Oh my god, when the Berserker showed up and all the comments were like, we have to wait a week. I'm like, I don't. I just clicked next. And it was so good. The Berserker was cool. I like how ridiculously nimble he is.
Yeah.
How unbelievably fast and skilled he is with his sword. I like how Saber's sword isn't visible, but when it becomes visible, it like shoots a Zelda beam.
Yeah. Okay, I just want to say, in my entire life, and you're probably going to disagree with me, I have never, ever seen a battle more beautifully animated in my life. Chaika had some sweet battles.
I don't disagree with you.
Chaika does not match up with Fate Stay.
Not in terms of just pure visual beauty.
Yeah. If I sat down and showed somebody who was new to anime, this is what we're watching. You keep watching Rookie Blue if you want to, but this is what we get.
That was Rookie Blue.
It's some stupid cop show.
Oh.
I just, and there's no boobs. There's no butts.
That's another thing I like about Saber, is that her outfit is totally a
modest
battle outfit. It's not the modesty thing. It's, Leona from League of Legends?
Yeah.
People really like I love Leona. She's my favorite champion. Because she wears legitimate armor, but at the same time, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Saber's the same way. It's legitimate armor, but what she's wearing is still very beautiful.
Speaking of which, we didn't even talk about it, but in Supernatural Battles.
Oh, man.
The cosplay.
The bikini armor. I was like, is this episode really going this way? Because I'm really happy right now.
But they only did fan service with one girl, and she's the not one that could be fan service.
But she's my favorite one.
But she's not the one who could have been fan serviced properly, I guess. The other two girls are far more...
I know, but they're not as
supple.
Interesting.
The one turned into a sun.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
The bondage was ridiculous. Oh, I can breathe. It's like, no, Alex, you can't do this.
Oh my goodness. But it's funny because that wasn't what that wasn't what he meant by bondage. We meant like sexual bondage, whatever.
Oh.
But she thought it as bondage, so she just made it that way. Anyways, Fate Stay, it shot straight up my list so fast, it's not even funny. Like, I look forward to this more than I look forward to, like,
This is
Chaika.
This is on the same level as Chaika as me.
Yeah. I look forward to this. Like Bahamut, this, and Chaika are all the same because they're all fulfilling my need for adventure.
For me, it's Your Light, Chaika, and Fate Stay. Those are like at the complete top.
Yeah, your lies there too. Obviously, Ace. I always wait every week for Ace.
Ace, because it comes out so late, it's the perfect way to end a Saturday.
Oh, it's perfect. It comes out like 5:30, I think.
Yeah.
Sucks because I start work at 7 p.m. now,
Correct.
which is lame.
I usually finish work around 6:30, so it's good.
Anyways, so and last but not least,
Akatsuki no Yona episode 3, The Distance Guide. This is the best episode the series has had so far.
Yep.
It was so good. I was about to call her Akatsuki. Yona has finally opened her eyes a little bit. Her life has come back a bit.
can I take over for a second?
Okay.
Okay. I really like this episode too. I really liked it when Ong actually saved. Crap, I'm totally blanking now. I haven't watched him forever. That's so sad. I was doing my best. Who's the girl's name?
Who are you trying to figure out?
Who's
Which
the
girl?
Who's the girl from Avatar? The blue girl?
His name's Aang, not Ong, first of all.
I was
Katara.
Katara, okay. So, Aang and Katara, they're really good main characters of the series, and I really like it when, the old elder of the Wind Tribe helped them out, and, the Fire Nation attacked! Oh no! Look out! Gotta get our water supplies!
Congratulations, you're the 80th person to make this joke.
I screwed it up.
I had the same feeling. You did screw up.
I screwed it up real bad.
Katara's a name.
And I called him Ong. Oh, jeez. Anyways, whatever. Have a nation, base it on elements, do your thing, whatever. I like how realistic this is, though, because not all the people are weird, hippie, flying people who are just... Because when you're in a society, it's not like because you're part of the Wind Society, you're going to be a Wind dude who's like a hippie who loves hippies.
Yep.
Okay? You will just fit in. Just because I'm Canadian doesn't mean I like hockey. I don't really like hockey.
Hockey sucks.
I don't really like hockey that much, I'm sorry. I'm pretty polite. Not all the time. And I don't live in igloo. And moose, I eat them. I don't ride them.
I want a husky, though.
And Jug Milk is number 1. I don't know. I haven't talked to her in forever. It's weird. Who did this? Don't talk to me. Okay.
I want to see what the attachment is.
I know. Me too. So anyways, in this episode, Hawk.
This is good. Hawk. Okay, this episode, I don't know if it did it to you, but it made me tear up. At the very end.
What?
With the grandpa.
When Mundok was like, I'll have to like...
He's like, I'm not going to take orders from you, but if it's from the chief, I can't say anything. And then he's saying goodbye to his he's saying goodbye to his father, honestly.
Pretty much.
And his father's saying goodbye to his one and only son. Or he has another one. His eldest and not crippled son. So, and his son who's done great things, and he's just sacrificed himself for this girl. And he knows he'll probably never see him again.
I'm just wondering how...
that was so sad.
I'm just wondering how Yona is going to be involved in this. Because if Hawk runs...
I know how it's going
to happen. A stupid idea to leave Yona there. Stupid! Why would you do that?
Well, they're not going to check the tribe.
Yeah, they are.
And if they do, they can hide her.
Why do you think they're... Oh, wait, they're boycotting the tribe because...
He won't accept Suwon.
I think it's a good twist. I'm so glad it didn't go full rebellion. I'm glad that...
Yeah, me too.
Hawk went, oh, you know what? Just surrender. Let him become king. We'll just take him down later. Just as good.
Hawk is gonna wreck.
Yeah.
Honestly. I like how even one of the leaders of the tribe is like, he surpassed me when he was only 13 years old. I'm like, how sad is your life that a 13-year-old can beat you up? How sad is it?
Yeah. I liked where the episode went. I liked the characters. I liked the really energetic guy who's not going to matter later on. When he went to get medicine for the stupid classic trope dying kid.
Yeah.
Fire Tribe's a bunch of jerks. Guess it's in their blood.
I guess it just spans over multiple series.
I'm still waiting for the very defensive Water Tribe to appear and the very down-to-earth Earth Tribe to appear.
I'm waiting for a guy with a scar on his face to join Hawk on his quest to slay the Fire King.
With the hand guy?
Maybe I guess he's the equivalent to Zuko in this series.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Screaming about honor, this and that.
Some Fire Tribe guy's going to join them, for sure. Then some blind Earth... I don't know where I'm getting this from, but probably some blind Earth guy will come.
I think that would add a lot to the story.
Yeah, and I feel like if they had some more Water Tribe comedic relief, I'd really enjoy it a lot better.
That makes sense, yeah.
I
really like Akatsuki. It's not heavy in terms of the plot's pretty simple, the characters are pretty simple, but it's just like it's a nice light snack of an anime.
It's really low on my list. I leave it to last. I don't really enjoy it that much at all.
It's the only thing that comes out on Tuesdays.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Akatsuki no Yona is a good story. I like that it's got that overarching politics thing going on at Huck's Hardcore. It's great. It's not one of the best series to come out, but obviously since we're not dropping it, we don't hate it.
Yep.
Right? So, that's pretty much all the episodes. Let's see what we got.
Damn it, we're gonna hit 2 hours. I thought we would make it under.
No, we're gonna do it for sure, unless we end. But Amagi, excellent. Beautiful, great. Gundam, we might drop it. Actually, I really want to drop it. Can we drop it?
Yeah.
Okay, we're dropping it.
Cut.
Oh, get wrecked. I'm not even interested to see what happens. It's such garbage.
I think it's garbage. Just, it's boring.
It's boring. Oh, wow.
There's another Gundam series we can check out, though. That's where.
Do you think people are going to rage at us?
Oh, we'll see.
Whatever, it gets more reviews.
Hey, I like Gundam, so.
Okay, so Amagi, great. Bahamut, great. Your Line April, great. Parasyte, great. Supernatural Battles. Shirobako, really good for what it is. Bako. World Trigger, it's good. It'll get better, you said. Celestial Method, it's good, and it's going some places. Grisaria, really beautiful art style, and amazing.
Grisaria is on par with Your Line April in terms of quality of art and animation. I just think that
storyline is better with Your Line.
It's not just that, but their styles are so starkly different.
Well, Your Line April is more of a story, and Grisaria is more of a harem.
Well, Grisaria is a visual novel, so they have to go down each individual route.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be, it's like Steins Gate. It suddenly starts breaking up.
But I could totally, after playing the Clannad visual novel with you for a little bit, I totally see the style.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense how Grisaria is based on that. Log, obviously fantastic. Chaika, obviously good. Akame Ga Kill, obviously good. Face Day Night, I don't even have to say anything. Incredible. And Akatsuki no Yona is holding on by the skin of his teeth. But it's still good because we like Avatar. It's holding off by its heritage. Oh, so next week we may drop Supernatural. No, I'm kidding.
We may drop World Trigger. Honestly.
We may drop World Trigger, and we might drop. No, I think we're.
I'm not gonna drop it.
I think we're pretty settled.
Unless it does something way out of left field and gets super bad.
If World Trigger's fantastic next episode, I'll be down to keep it.
Don't hold your breath.
Why?
I don't think it's gonna get fantastic. I think it'll be good. But maybe expecting a little too much from this anime.
So I want you guys to let us know how you feel about us dropping those series, and then we'll laugh. And I want you to tell us what you're going to do. What's the funnest Halloween memory you've ever had in 140 characters or less? And something exciting you're doing now. Whether it be anime related or not.
For those asking, there's a couple things that people have been asking about. We didn't do a Crepe Corner last week. Not doing it this week either. I just want a small break between Crepe Corners.
We're 2 hours, people, and we talked a lot about our lives already.
But now that we've cut down anime a lot,
yeah.
We could probably bring Crepe Corner back. I think it's more fun not to do it every week. There's that, and a lot of people saying watch Fate Zero. We're not going to do that.
We're not going to do that.
Because we want Fate Stay Night to stand on its own merits, which is already doing. So it's already this good, and I like the fact that I don't know anything about it, and I'm learning as each episode goes. I don't really want to watch an entire series just for some backstory. I might watch it after Fate Stay, because Fate Stay is just absolutely incredibly good. But I see no reason to watch it as of right now. And Spencer feels the same way.
I completely agree. And I like what someone put, is they made a comment saying, you know what? It's really fun to hear Spencer and Raj's untainted opinion on something that's coming out that we probably all already know. But it's just cool because me and him never watched it. Him and I never watched Fate Stay Night, ever. And we don't know anything about it. I tried once. I actually visually remember.
Oh, I remember trying to watch the original Fate Stay Night. I thought it was awful.
Yeah, it's
just, it did not age well.
The increase in animation technology and budget.
Yeah,
it's just next level.
It's so much better than it used to be.
Just next level. So
that's all we got. I got a party to go to.
I have a lot of prep to get ready for tonight. I'm gonna carve some pumpkins and hang out with my nephew and cook dinner and stuff. So
I'm gonna buy candy. I'm gonna buy rope, and I'm gonna drink.
And I gotta clean the house and live a mature, non-drinking lifestyle.
Are you saying drinking is not mature?
No. I mean, not getting drunk. And I assume I'm gonna get some texts from you tonight.
No, I'm not gonna get. I have to go drive home, right? I'm gonna take it easy.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Probably. I have work in the morning too. Damn it.
Don't drink and drive, kids.
Yeah, don't do it. It's not good.
Where's your designated driver?
I don't have one. I thought you can drive after one beer, Spencer. I'm not going to say I have one if I'm not going to overdrink.
Well, you better have one. I'm not going to let you drive around. I'll take your keys.
It's legal after.
Yeah, a certain percentage. I understand. Just don't be stupid.
Don't worry about it. I've been stupid before. I don't want to be that stupid again. Okay. Small story time.
No. I was so close to ending.
Very, very short.
Okay.
Drinking with the guys one night. I wake up. It's 2 a.m. I had passed out drunk. I was like, oh, I'm sober enough to go home. Get in my car. Start driving. Run a red light. And I'm like, I thought I hit the brake. Pull over. I look back. Yeah, that light was red. Look at myself. I'm not sober. And I'm like, this is a very, very bad idea. I'm really stupid. I should not do this. Went 10 miles an hour, or kilometers an hour until I got home.
You're one of those guys.
And then I was like, and I put my keys away. I'm like, never again. Never, never, never again until I'm absolutely certain I'm sober. I was more afraid of accidentally doing something to hurt somebody than I was of, like, I don't know, hurting myself. It's just a bad thing to do.
Don't ever.
So be safe, everybody. Have a very happy Halloween. I'm Roger James and Brown.
And I'm Spence of James and Brown.
We'll see you guys next week when it's not Halloween and it's November.
And I don't know. We're watching less, and life is good, and we're almost in the middle of finals. Oh, man. See ya!